racing with the North American Simulation Racing Association, featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the Nasher network. That Biggles cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Ooh, go baby, go. Don't you curse tonight. As a Brady, the boss man is lessening. Oh dear.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dixie. That I've been wanting to say that for quite some time, and that's exactly where we are here tonight. Talladega Superspeedway. Love this place. 2.66 miles in length, 33 degrees of banking, 4-5 wide, the big one. Oh, baby, it's going to get good here this evening. You're going to see it all live here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Good evening, folks. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Got Morgan Cook, my old buddy, in the house, as well as the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles producing here this evening for round 5. I believe it is. Yes, no, round 6. Got my numbers mixed up. Round 6 of the Concerns Up Police Survivors Truck Series for season 10. Morgan, I ain't got a chance to talk to you in a long time, buddy. How the hell are you? Because right there you see the first 10 races of the schedule.
Yeah, things have been good, Jake. It's been busy in my life recently. Just welcomed a baby daughter to the world here, so not a lot of broadcasting for the last few months, but I'm glad to get back in the saddle here for Talladega.
Yeah, buddy, I'm telling you, I can't wait for mine to kick around when he comes around in July. That'll be good. There you see the schedule. Daytona, Keith Haney won at Scruggs. Wood, obviously that wild race at Vegas where Matthew David Wood got that win on that last lap pass. Jordan Jurassic won at Homestead, and then Dylan Cardenas in a, we'll say, entertaining Martinsville from last week. And if you believe that, I got some oceanfront property for you in Arizona. Here we go. Talladega will be tonight. Bristol, Rockingham, Watkins Glen, and Texas. That will round out the first 10 races of the schedule. And folks, I've talked about this numerous times. Talladega, I mean, it's an awesome track. It's an awesome place. where I spent a lot of vacations. Obviously, this place is so near and dear to my heart. There you see the stages. This is going to be good right here. Stage 1, go all the way to lap 20. Stage 2 is going to stay green and go to lap 60. And then obviously right there at that 104 mark, usually where we're at, to finish off the race. 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel capacity. Unlimited green, white, checkered attempts. It could take all night. I hope it doesn't, but it could take all night. And time of day in the noon time. Morgan, give me some keys to the race as we're getting ready for the grid.
Well, key number 1 should be the most obvious. Avoid the big one. Don't get caught up in the accident. If you don't crash, you have a chance at winning the thing. Heck, you could probably win it if you do crash, but it makes your life a lot easier to not wreck the race car. Second key is don't mess up on the pit strategy. You definitely want to pit with a group. Don't pit by yourself. You will lose the draft and really have no shot at this thing. Those are my 2 keys to the race.
Yeah, absolutely. That pretty much just sums it up right there. And now we're hearing from our producer. We got the starting lineup, baby. Here we go. And how about this? Ed Osborne in the 28. Going to be starting from the pole here tonight for the DSR Electric 275. Go check out Dad Gobble for that DSR Electric and all your DSR Electric needs. John Freeman starting on the outside of row number 1. Tristan Bruce knows how to get it done here at Talladega. He'll start from P3. And Michael Kostek will start in P4. Brandon Yu, literally, no pun intended, a new driver here with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series, will start P5. Dustin Scruggs going to roll off in P6. Matthew Lee's going to roll off in P7 with Alabama's own Jonathan Cofield starting in P8. Jordan Durasic, last season's champion, will start in P9. And Matt Cherry's going to round out the top 10 to you, Morgan.
Starting in 11th position, Joshua Suss in the 80 machine. Mark Morton is going to roll off P12 in the 12. Holden McGill will start 13th here this evening. Buzzy Mongold is going to start in the 14th spot. Keith Bradley and Thomas Chick make up row 8, 15, and 16 respectively. 17th for Robert Richards. Chris Blanchard in 18th. David Painter in the 19th spot. And your top 20 rounds out with Nick Sacco.
Nick Sacco in 20th. Kevin Edwards will start 21st. Jeff Merck, really one of them that we really need to be watching out for here this evening. He knows how to get it done at Talladega. He'll start from P22. Lucas Lyons in the 88. He's going to roll off from P23 with Joshua Rodriguez, who made a lot of friends last week at Martinsville. He will end up rolling off from P24. Kyle Hess is going to roll off from P25 with Nazareth's VP, Cody Knott, will roll off from P26. Adam Newton won this race last season, the first race at Talladega for season 9 of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. So Adam Newton, watch out for that number 19, the Bulldog, but he's got to do it from the back, starting from P27. And to his outside, another man that knows how to get it done. Wesley Outland calls him Mr. Restrictor Plate. We like to call him the Holidaddy. Brad Shue starting from P28. Isaac Bevan will start 29th, and James Beard rounds out the top 30.
Your back 10 looks like this. Brandon Broadfoot's going to start 31st. Matthew Cummins in 32nd. Ryan Johnson, 33rd. Dylan Cardenas in the 34th position. Brady LaBeouf, 35th. Justin White is 36th this evening to start this race. 35th. Oh, where are we here? There we go. 37th, Matthew Wood. Apologies. Holy cow. 38th is Luke Smith. 39th is Shane Trotter. 40th is Stephen Thomas. How big is this field? Golly. Keith Haney is 41st. 42nd is Dane Hagan. 43rd is Huck Wigginton. 44th is Raul Mesa. 45th is Eric Zimmerman. TJ Moore is 46th here this evening. It's been a while, Jake. I apologize. We're going to get through this, I swear.
Yeah, absolutely. TJ Moore is your race director here this evening. So 45 of them will take the green here tonight, getting out there for some pace laps. And, we talked about this a while ago. We saw that the schedule that we had there. You see, once again, your race details if you're just joining us here live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But we saw that schedule a while ago, Morgan, and I know you caught a little bit of, the Martinsville race from last week. Dylan Cardenas got that win. It was a very eventful Martinsville, but certainly I believe that some of these drivers really want to try to make up for here tonight at Talladega.
Yeah, this is a good place to kind of turn your luck around if you can avoid those big ones we talked about a little bit earlier. Martinsville was tough, but let's see if we can get them strapped in here for this evening.
Absolutely. There you see them working their way through or at the start-finish line. Check out some of our onboard cams. There you got Joshua Sussed. Damn, look at the gloves on that bad boy. He had the crossbones, everything else rocking and rolling. There's Jeff Merck. Got the stars and stripes right there in the background. Obviously, Mama Merck's probably out there in the live chat. All 27 of you out there live chat. Let us know what you got going on. Right now, Jimmy Coker. What's up, Jake Reeves? Absolutely love when you're calling the race, man. You're awesome. Okay, Dean, I got a feeling that right there, I mean, sorry, and Jimmy Coker, if you are a real person, awesome, as there's Jordan Jurassic with the Christmas lights in the background. But, Dean, I got to tell you, that Jimmy Coker right there, Dean, if you can come in here for just a second, this guy right here, I think that's somebody screwing with me right there. Because, I mean, and if it isn't, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the fan and everything else. But, Dean, I swear, I feel like that's somebody's screwing with me.
You got a fan club, Jacob, of course. You know, the redneck announcer behind the driver for the 57 is also behind the microphone tonight. And, of course, joining us, as you're aware of, Morgan Cook. So, gentlemen, well, there you go. Fan club for Jacob Reeves.
Oh, baby. Well, I tell you what, Jimmy Coker, if it is really a Jimmy Coker, thank you very much for that. Shady Acres Entertainment wants to go for the 6. That'd be Jordan Jurassic. Morgan, first race call-in here with Nazareth. Folks, real quick, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Morgan, who we picking tonight to win this bad boy?
Well, you had mentioned a little bit off air before this thing started. John Freeman, new addition to the league, starting on the front row. Seems like a pretty quick horse here tonight.
Damn, just go right for the guy that actually getting his very first start, from what I'm understanding here with Nazareth. He's going to start on the outside of the front row. I'm going to slide back there a couple of rows, go back to Jonathan Cofield, back there in the 58. Superspeedway knows how to get it done here at Talladega, obviously from Alabama. So we'll see what Cofield's got, folks. I'm telling you what, we are live. We're in prime time. Friday night style with the Nazareth Truck Series. Green flag is in the air. Ed Osborne is going to lead them down to the line. John Freeman on that outside. Right behind him, Kostek gets stacked up. Outside lane starting to get stacked up. One driver shoots all the way to the top of the racetrack, trying to make a run on the outside, but Ed Osborne has the run on the inside. He's got Bruce right behind him off turn 2.
Bottom line is 3 truck lengths clear. Here we go. 3 lanes, working about 8 rows back. The 9 machine on the high side trying to make some hay. Got the 60 pushing him. That's Jeff Merck as they roll down the backstretch into turn number 3 and back to Jake Reeves.
Yeah, and Freeman's actually going to jump out of line, but right in front of him, he's going to have another one jump out of line in the form of Matthew Lee. Up in front of him, he got Tristan Bruce. Bruce jumps up. Here goes Blanchard. Saw him there for a second. Right back there behind Jonathan Cofield, slid up, tried to make a 3-wide lane, didn't pay off. Here comes Bruce. Tristan Bruce will lead the first lap here tonight at Talladega. 1 of 104, now 2 that you see on the scoring pylon. Bruce comes down, Lee tries to come down, nothing's there. Behind him, Freeman's going to give him the shove. Tristan Bruce goes to the front, and he's going to try to hang Lee out off turn 2.
We saw it roll off at turn number 4, how quickly these runs progress. The outside is moving right now. They're going to be even here down the middle of the backstretch before hunting the lead as they scatter out in the back just a little bit 2 by 2 throughout the field.
Yeah, and everybody really getting in that 2-wide formation, but we will end up seeing the 3-wide formation sooner or later. And now we're actually seeing Jimmy Coker out there. I swear I'm not messing with you, bud. I promise. Yeah, but I promise is all in capital letters. Sounds kind of like a Keith Bradley kind of deal, but Keith Bradley's racing in this, so there's no way it'd be Keith Bradley. But I'll tell you what, I'll take your word for it, Mr. Coker. Here comes Lee at the line. Lee behind Tristan Bruce by 2/100ths of a second. John Freeman gives him a shove, and 1 and 2 almost knocked him sideways. Bruce leads off turn 2.
Separated on the bottom lane. Big gap back to the 3rd truck. That's going to be big momentum here for the high side. Lee might get the lead here into 3. Is he going to get pushed clear by the 42? It's going to be very close as they climb the banking in turn number 3.
There you see Jeff Merck right here riding back here. Shout out to all 40 of you in the live chat. Let us know who you're pulling for here tonight. Tristan Bruce, inside lane's going to go. Here we go. Outside lane starting to form up. Chris Blanchard, Jeff Merck, they know how to get it done. They're going to have the 25. James Beard's going to rock and roll with him. Behind them, Huck Wigginson going to go. Justin White's going to go. MDW's going to go. Three wide, three trade, 4 wide, shoving it up the middle. The 0-2. Justin White said, hell yeah, we're going tonight, son. He sent it, almost knocked James Beard out of the way, 3 wide off turn 2.
Yeah, it was more than almost. He absolutely knocked him out of the way, made that move work up a couple spots, and he is third car in line on the high side as the high side is rolling. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead here in the center of 3 and 4.
Oh, Blanchard up there. He's going to have the help from Jeff Merck. Justin White back there behind him. Ryan Tidy Horse Johnson back there as well. 3 wide for second all the way back. Tristan Bruce still holds the lead. 3 wide. This is what we love to see. And, folks, I will guarantee you, they ain't trying to save fuel. This ain't regular NASCAR. 4 wide. Mark's going to shove Blanchard up the hill. Mark shoves it in there. Now he's going to lead the outside lane. Blanchard's going to get kicked all the way to the back. Still 4 wide, a little bit back there. Everybody able to dive low, and that 4 wide turns back into 3 wide. Tristan Bruce, Matthew Lee. Now here comes Freeman to the outside.
Aggressive move for the 42. He's hunting the lead, and he's going to get it here down the middle of the backstretch. Aggressive move to get the 9 out of line out in turn 3 and 4, and it worked. Big move to the bottom here as we go into turn 3 for the 5th time here tonight.
Oh, Freeman still leads that outside lane. Justin White, who made that aggressive 4 wide move, it almost ended up wrecking James Beard, sent him up the hill. Now he's up here in the middle of this as well. Jeff Merck, Tristan Bruce, they have found one another. Jeff Merck started 22nd in the field, and by lap 5 coming to lap 6, he is the leader. John Freeman started on the outside of the front row. Here he comes. Justin White's going to latch up with him. Now we're going back 3 wide again. Bruce on the bottom. Merck in the middle. Freeman all the way up on the high side. All the way up top. But Tristan Bruce will have the lead by inches off 2.
Big movers and shakers here throughout the field. A lot of drivers in the top 10 did not start there. Started out back in the 30s. Big move to the bottom. Craziness at Talladega. Exactly what we come to expect.
Yeah, we love this place very, very much, and I'll tell you this much, everybody literally tried to figure out what lane they want to be in. Most of them down on the bottom of the racetrack, out or all the way down there in the cellar where Grandpappy hides the moonshine. That's exactly where they're at. A lot of them, though, are starting to flirt with that top side, middle side. Lee's leading this middle lane right now. Up there, Michael Kostek's right behind Lee as well. Here comes Freeman. He's going to get up here in this mix. Here comes Cofield with him. Justin White's going to go with Freeman, trying to shove him, but Jeff Merck, Tristan Bruce. Now Merck goes all the way to the middle. Bruce goes to the bottom.
And here comes the high line with the momentum out of turn number 2. The 42 is going to gain 2-3 car lengths on the front of the pack, and he's still going up the second car in line. Going to be a battle for the lead again, 3 wide as they roll 3 and 4.
And 3 wide all the way back now, as you see. Now Freeman's going to slip back just a little bit. Justin White, he's going to have to back up. Ryan Tidy Horse Johnson, he's going to have to back up. Brady LaBeouf up here stuck in the middle of this one as well. Lucas Lyons up there on the top side behind Tidy Horse. Now Merck goes from the middle, jumps back down, gets that in front of Tristan Bruce. Morgan, I will say this, that movement by that 60 going from the middle to the bottom, from the bottom to the middle, and all the way in point, or every point in between, sooner or later, it's going to screw him because somebody will be at his door.
Absolutely, and it's also keeping the lines at bay, although not that time, as the middle lane get a huge run. But it is keeping the top line back a little bit, not allowing guys to get good pushes as Matt Lee all the way to the bottom. Elevator move. He is going to have the lead into turn number 3.
Yeah, Lee actually shoots it down there, was able to get around now Tristan Bruce. Now here we go. Merck's going to line up with Tristan Bruce. They're going to try to get back to the front. Ed Osborne started on the pole. He's going to jump in behind Lee. Now here we go. Tristan Bruce shoving Jeff Merck for all he's worth. One driver blinking right here behind the 8 of Michael Kostek. That's Jonathan Cofield, but Cofield's going to get back with us. Now Merck jumps back down. You get down in front of Lee. Freeman's still leading up top. Tristan Bruce leading right there with Kostek. And once again, Merck, bottom to top to top to bottom, all points in between.
And that's what you got to do here to keep the lead at Talladega. You cannot just run the yellow line anymore. You will get passed, you get moved out of the way, and we're seeing it. These guys moving all over the racetrack from top to bottom, elevators everywhere here at Talladega Superspeedway.
Yeah, I mean, awesome moves all the way around, but everybody really clean and green as of right now. A couple of aggressive moves paid off for some and ended up costing some others. Well, they didn't actually get costed. They actually got screwed on some of their moves that happened to them or got put them in their positions. Jeff Merck still leads just by half a truck length at the line right here on lap 10. Matthew Lee down on the inside lane. Tristan Bruce gave Merck the shove. Ed Osborne right behind him. Shout out to each and every one of you in the live chat. Let us know what you're thinking as we see Matthew Lee go up in front of Bruce off turn 2.
It's hard to say this is the calm before the storm because this isn't very calm at all, but this is the calmest it's been up in the first 3 rows as the 44 goes down to the bottom once again. Still side by side. Cannot determine who's going to be the leader here off of turn number 4.
Well, I'll tell you one guy that ain't even going to be close to trying to get a hold of this, and that is the 42, the new man in the house, John Freeman. He literally got sucker hold all the way to the back. Now he's got to have one driver jump up in front of him. It's the boss man, Bray LaBeouf, number 31, Starbase, 1552 Comics, old Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. They're all going to love this one right here. LaBeouf goes all the way up to the back door. Tristan Bruce. Freeman's going to line up with him. Now Merck on the inside. He's got Ed Osborne with him and Lee stacking up the middle lane.
Merck just moved the 44 out of the way to take the lead on the bottom, but here comes LaBeouf rolling the high line. They're going to be even down the middle of the backstretch. Will the 31 be able to lead his first lap of the night? We're going to have to find out here.
Oh, boy, Brady LaBeouf up on the outside, 3 wide now, was for the lead. Now it's going to go to second. Merck jumps up, gets right up in front of Lee. Ed Osborne going to lead that inside lane as well. Dustin Scruggs has entered the picture. Started 6th, slid back a little bit. He slid up here into that spot. We do want to mention some of our biggest movers in the race. Obviously, Jeff Merck, who started 22nd. He's all the way up into the lead now. Brady LaBeouf started 35th. He's all the way up to 4th. Couple of others, Justin White, saw him make a 4-wide move a while ago, started 36th up to 10th. Tiny Horse from 33rd to 12th, and Lucas Lyons 23rd to 14th.
We're still 2 by 2 up at the front for the first 4 rows, 3 wide. When LaBeouf is there in the 31, we got some crazy stuff here. 8 laps to go, coming back to the line here for stage number 1.
Oh, boy, this is going to be some frantic 8 laps right here. Obviously, stage points will pay out, and obviously playoff points will pay out, and also an interview with us up here in the broadcast booth. Jake Reeves, Morgan Cook, Dane Hopton in the house on a great Friday night, the Friday right after April Fool's Day. And, wow, wow, we're actually getting a little bit of blinking there for a second, I thought, right there from Lee. But everything is back to normal. Ed Osborne up here got the front. Dustin Scruggs right behind him. Merck and Lee working together off turn 2.
And nobody can figure out how to lead this race for more than about 1 corner's worth. A few hundred feet before another truck takes the spot away. Although we have settled out from that 3-wide nonsense, we're back to 2 by 2 up at the front.
Yeah, but I'll guarantee you right now, Morgan, by the time we get ready, we'll end up seeing 4-wide before it's all said and done. Lucas Lyons got shoved all the way to the back. There you see him up here jumping up right in front of MDW, Matthew David Wood. He's going to try to lead this outside charge with the help of Matt Cherry right behind him, and Bray LaBeouf will follow Cherry as well. All the way back around the 20th spot is where Lucas Lyons is. Make that about the 13th. Whoa, James Beard jumps right up in front of him. That's going to stack the outside lane up. James Beard's going to try to lead this outside lane. Merck and Lee still battling for the lead, but Beard almost is turning his foot in the fence.
Lyon gave him a big shot here in the middle of the corner. Did not like it. Did the 25 into the outside wall, and they're still stacking up down the backstretch. 3 wide middle of the pack, and they are going backwards.
Backwards in a hurry is what this outside lane is doing, and now one driver is going to jump right up in front of James Beard, looking like a little bit of a Wonder Bread car, and that's exactly what it is. Martin Morton from Cartersville, Georgia, just up the road from where I'm at. And how about Tiny Horse? Ryan Johnson won the Xfinity Series championship last season, got it done at Homestead, won the championship from Salem, Wisconsin. Started 33rd side. He's all the way up here inside the top 10. Mark up here battling with Ed Osborne, and that outside lane just trying to find somebody to lead them with 6 laps to go here in stage number 1.
That's getting down to the first of a few pay windows here tonight. And I mean, getting an interview with us, that's worth its weight in gold right there. So these drivers are going to be racing really hard to go chat with us here in 6 laps time.
Yeah, it seems like, I guess, I ain't got nothing for that. Mark's still up here leading this thing. Tiny Horse up there with Mark Morton. Wonder Bread colors flying in the wind up there on the high side tickler line. And they're really starting to really make a little bit of headway. Here we go. Tiny Horse up to the door of the 8 of Caustic. Up front, Lee still has the lead. Mark down on the bottom side, but the outside lane, honestly, Morgan, I think when they got James Beard kicked out of the way and got a new guy up here at the front with Tiny Horse with his experience, it seems to me like this outside lane has really gained some ground.
Oh, they're in the wall now. They're wrecking down the backstretch. A lot of cars on the outside wall. They somehow keep it all straight. We got guys below the double yellow line. I was going to say, it's definitely a lot harder than it looks to the outside line, and we just saw it right there as they stuffed it in the outside wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to happen. I mean, I've raced right there coming off turn 2. You get loose a bunch of times trying to keep it straight, and it really doesn't help. And somebody's ended up tagging you in the tailgate and almost ends up sending you around. So that pretty much killed the whole outside lane unless Mark Morton can get some other helpers behind him to get it going. Other than that, it's just going to be too wide all the way to the finish. But sooner or later, somebody's going to jump out and make it a 3-wide move. Brandon New up here, one of the newer drivers here with C.O.P.S, jumps up right up in front of Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson. Up front, Jeff Burke, Matt Lee, side by side for the lead.
The field's getting compressed here on the backstretch with only 2 lanes. We're going to see a move. It's going to come here in the next couple laps as we only have 3 to go to the stage. Look at the high side roll into turn 3.
Woo! Boy, how about the movement right here from Brandon New? Like I was talking about, one of the new guys, no pun intended. He's going all the way up to try to go for second. He may be trying to go for the lead. He is all over him. Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson shoves Brandon New from about halfway back in the field to the front of the pack. Him and Matthew Lee, they're going to slug it out for the lead. Ed Osborne down on the bottom side. Mark's going to hang with Lee. Can't go down low. Here comes Ed Osborne. Brandon New for a split second was up here at the front. He's got to keep it up here if he don't want to go backwards.
He had it, but the run stalled and a little bit of a bad bump from the 38. Lost the momentum, and he's going to have to work very hard to get it back here off of turn number 4 with 2 laps to go until the stage break here.
Yeah, I mean, this has still got a little bit of time right here to go, but here we go. Lee up front, puts a block. Jones jumps up to the middle side. Ed Osborne once again started from the pole. That is the only lane that Ed Osborne has ran, is right there, down there in the cellar where Pappy's Moonshine is. Grandpappy's Moonshine, I should say. That's exactly where he's been. He hasn't been anywhere else, and it may end up paying off for him to get him some playoff points. As here we go with 2 laps to go. It's at the end of lap 20 is when we will have our stage break and our caution. So for the moment, Ed Osborne battling with Lee for the lead.
One more big run here for the high side. They're going to have a shot at it, although they're 4 car lengths back. Looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race, the 60 and the 44. Which one of these leaders is it going to be when they get around the other 1.5 miles of this racetrack?
Oh, boy, we'll see what happens. Matthew Lee coming around to take the white flag here, more or less, for stage 1, and we'll see if he can keep it up here. Ed Osborne talked about it. He's been on the yellow line all night long, all first stage. Jeff Murk hooked up with his good buddy now. Used to be villains, used to be rivals with Tristan Bruce. Now Bruce hooking up with Mark up on the top side. Caustic lined up with them. Last lap here of stage number 1. Lee's going to get moved. He got tagged in the tailgate. Scruggs shoves Osborne, shoves Lee up the hill, and Osborne leads.
And down the backstretch, it's going to have one more chance here. We got a car below the double yellow trying to get out of the way. The high side's got its chance. I don't know if it's going to get there. The 7's leading that lane. It's going to be a drag race out of turn number 4.
Yeah, and a couple of them actually made pit stops right there just a second ago trying to flip the stage, and it's going to end up screwing them. Here comes Ed Osborne off turn 4. Lee's going to get the shove. Mark right behind him. Scruggs trying to help Ed Osborne, but looks like Matthew Lee in the 44 is going to take it all the way to the house. He's going to win stage 1 here tonight at Talladega. Everybody stacks it up. sir, pro caution is out. iRacing, are you not entertained in the words, or in the famous words of Wesley Outland? Are you not entertained with stage 1 here at Talladega?
Definitely a great run here to start this thing clean and green for the first 20 laps of this race, although it was wild, 3 wide for much of the middle portion of that stage, and a great finish. Is this a precursor for the rest of the race, Jake?
I hope so. Talladega always ends up putting on a hell of a show, and I got a feeling we're probably in store for that here this evening as well. Matthew Lee ends up winning stage 1, Ed Osborne we get second, Jeff Merck third, Dustin Scruggs fourth, Tristan Bruce rounds out the top 5, Joshua Suss, Michael Kostick, Jonathan Cofield, Holden McGill, and the Animal, Keith Bradley in the 29. He ends up finishing 10th. And that is who will get those stage points. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, bring you right back for pit stops, and have a little chat with our stage 1 winner, Matthew Lee. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, folks, we're back here at Talladega. Everybody coming down, making pit stops right now. Remember, Matthew Lee ended up winning that stage 1. Some of them, Scruggs sliding right through his pit box. And Morgan, you were talking about it, that pit strategy and everything. This is also a key from what you was talking about with the pit strategy. You don't want to slide through your box, even under caution, because it'll straight up kill your track position. Some of them even in the damn grass a while ago.
I did see that. We got drivers trying all over the place here. Well, they paid for the racetrack. They might as well use it. That's what they always say here at all over these iRacing racetracks, these laser-scanned behemoths of racetracks that they have here. And that sliding to the pit box, well, the track position, it's gone now.
Absolutely. Now we'll go ahead and bring up your stage 1 winner, and that is Matthew Lee in the house, buddy. Matt, congratulations on stage number 1, buddy. Tell us about your race, because it looks like it is just a normal Talladega race, honestly, here with Nazra.
Yeah, me and Merck work together a lot, money racing on Superspeedways. So that's pretty automatic. Just doing what we do up front.
Morgan, you got anything for Matt?
I haven't seen you since we ran the PGR 500 together quite a while ago. Seems like this one's going quite a bit better than that race did. What do you think you're gonna have to do here to keep up at the front? You're in 5th right now, and with this race.
You really just got to pay attention to the third, make sure they don't get a big run built up on us, and kind of going from there. It's a long race still ahead of us. Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Matthew Lee. Matt, appreciate your time, and you are with Catch Fence, right?
Yes, I am.
Catch Fence. Okay, I'll send you back down there. All right, appreciate your time, Matt.
Thanks, boys.
And that was Matthew Lee up here. Got that stage 1 win. Everything flip-flops a little bit right here. Brian Chu going to be up here in the middle with Joshua Rodriguez. And Joshua Rodriguez will be up here as well. So, actually, it's kind of looking like Joshua Rodriguez is going to lead them to the green. Brian Chu on the outside, and then everybody else is going to be lined up behind him. A couple of others jumping in right here. Morgan, you see Kostick coming in. A couple of other drivers coming in. I'm not 100%. I can't remember if they stayed out right there to lead a lap or anything like that, or if they're just coming in trying to top off and trying to make sure they can make it to the end of stage number 2.
I think it's a situation of just trying to make it to the end on fuels with producers telling me in the ear, and that's a good call here. You definitely don't want to run out at this place, and one lap could be the difference between you avoiding the big one and being the big one.
Woo, baby. It's going to be interesting. Hey, folks, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Obviously, we hit 1,000 not too long ago. I chugged a beer live on the broadcast. Matter of fact, it was at Talladega, Dean. You remember? It was at Talladega. Yeah, you ain't, folks. Oh, no. Oh, I thought you said you was going to show yourself because, you know, we've all been wanting to know what the great Dean Hopton looks like, and he still hasn't even showed himself on a cam or anything like that. But, you know, hopefully we can get to that 2,000 mark. If you haven't yet, or like I said yet, like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, go check out the Door Banging Download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. New episode was uploaded yesterday. Brady LaBeouf, the boss man, finally got him in there into the show, got him on. He talked a little bit about NASRA. We had some beef, and we also played, you know, some stuff from behind the mic. You know, for me, you know, Dean and Wesley and what we've been doing. And a little spoiler, might have Morgan Cook on there a little bit doing some behind the mic too, so it should be some interesting stuff. Stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic is fixing to get kicked off right here, and obviously Glass Mechanic, great sponsor here with NASRA, obviously Serve Pro for what they do for the cautions as well. And so we'll see what happens. Here's stage 2, like I said, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Joshua Rodriguez, Brian Chew, Jeff Burke, Ed Osborne, Matt Lee. The front 5 green flag is in the air. We are back underway here tonight at Talladega. See them scream going past the start-finish line and rumble down into turn 1. Rodriguez still has it up front. Osborne's trying to help. Brian Chew's got Jeff Burke right up behind him. 3 trucks all by themselves up on the top. Everybody else back there fighting for position.
Couple new players up here. We're going to have to see how it looks. It's going to be difficult for them to figure it out. Look, the 51 got split 3 wide. He's going to go backwards here really quick. And only 2 on the high side. Not looking good for those 3 as the bottom lane is going to continue to roll.
Yeah, Brian Hughes not going to be happy about that. He is going to be absolutely ticked right there that both of them hug him out. Here comes Lee. Here comes Osborne. Everybody trying to hang out Rodriguez. Son, I don't think he's got any friends from Martinsville last week. Nobody wants to go with him. The 80, Joshua Suss, he has to slam on the brakes, about get run over up front. You got, obviously, right up there at the front end, Osborne will take the lead. Now he's got no friends. Lee and all of them's going to go around him. Everybody hanging each other out. Nobody's got friends except apparently Matt Lee with Jeff Mark and Tristan Bruce, but nobody else has got any friends.
It's like musical chairs up here at the front. That's 4 or 5 trucks that split to the bottom and immediately lost the lead. We're going to make it 6 here. When the 3 drops down, there it is, into turn number 3. What is happening at the front of this field?
I'm telling you, it sounds to me like right there the Catch Fence Motorsports boys is straight up trying to make this their race is exactly what it is. Now Brian Chew sliding back, got Mark Morton, MDW, lined up right there with them. And Tristan Bruce will go back to the front with Jeff Burke up here at the front. Matthew Lee, those 3 really working together as well. There you're riding on board with Brady LaBeouf, Starbase 1552 Comics. There's Matt Cherry down to his head side. Keith Bradley down there as well. And Brady LaBeouf knows how to get this outside lane rocking and rolling. He's got to get some help. He's got a couple of guys. MDW looks like he's going to jump up there as well as they're off their way off turn 2.
And don't look now, but a few rows back, 3 wide starting to form. It's going to be just like that first stage. And the 97, Buzzy Mongol, is rolling here down the backstretch. Going to be up near the front of the field here pretty quick.
Yeah, I got him mixed up. For some reason or other, I got Buzzy, and also I got MDW kind of mixed up. There you see Buzzy Mongold right there on the virtual cam. What in the world is that on top of his head? I have no idea.
That is the Nürburgring. Come on, Jake.
That is the Nürburgring. Oh, that's not.
Oh, we're getting turned.
Oh my gosh, I think we jinxed him right there. We got a big one right here at the start and finish line. Matt Cherry involved, Buzzy Mongold involved. He's trying to jump down. Everybody's sliding by. The 45 all the way back in the back. Shane Trotter gets involved. Caution is out. And we just jinxed Buzzy Mongold here live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Oh my gosh.
Big one, number 1. There it is. What was that? 8 cars involved in that one?
I think so. Honestly, Morgan, I think it was. I tell you what, you set it up for us right here on what happened right here with Buzzy, because I was too worried about trying to figure out what that track was that was literally over his head. Kind of looked like a halo. Walk me through this.
All right, so momentum's moving backwards on the high lane. He's getting the push from the truck behind him. We got a slow guy gets out in front of him. He tries to get out of the way and gets right hooked into the outside wall. A few other drivers involved here as we're trying to get through this, and they just wouldn't stop wrecking here down into turn number 1.
Yeah, that's going to happen right there with drivers trying to slide up. You see MDW right there in the 21. He jumped up. Buzzy tried to get out of the gas. Cherry ended up just straight up turning him. And then LaBeouf ends up getting Cherry, and LaBeouf almost gets tagged. LaBeouf, he got a little almost airborne. Justin White jumped down to the inside, turned LaBeouf. Not sure where he is at. He may end up having more beef than he had on the podcast. But LaBeouf ends up going around like the 15 got him as well. There goes Cherry up. Whoa, baby, got a little bit of airtime right there for Matt Cherry. He ends up going around. Most drivers get through this, Morgan, but some of them, they may be down pit road for a little bit because they're gonna have some damage they're gonna have to fix.
Yeah, some 200-mile-an-hour tape gonna make its appearance here for a lot of these trucks. See a couple of them right there, down to the inside wall. Not quite. Little tap there to the inside, but a lot of aero damage here for a few of these trucks.
Yeah, and there you saw right there. There's the boss man. Bray LaBeouf goes around. Dylan Cardenas gets him. He's trying to lock it down. He tried. Oh, baby. He was able to lock it down. Cardenas was just trying to go. No. And Brandon Yu comes around, ends up getting him. And, Morgan, we talked about it. I mean, that's a product. This is all a product of this super speedway racing, not only here, but at Daytona and Atlanta. That's just how it is. It's just a product of the super speedway racing.
Yeah, and sometimes, just like you saw there with the 2, you get it saved, and you get buffed in the down on the apron down there. Talladega, it happens.
A lot of them coming down pit road. Some of them just coming down. I was not expecting that one, Dean. That's a good one. But, folks, we see everybody jumping down pit road. Probably get a little damage fixed. Probably get some fuel. Try to make it to the end of stage number 2. So, there you see up there Joshua Suss up here at the front. He is making me eat my words now, wasting Sunday, Dean. I'll tell you what. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Let me grab me another beer, and we'll be right back here at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
We're back here at Talladega. Joshua Suss up here at the front. James Beard up here as well. Hey, by the way, folks, if you listened to the last podcast episode where I had my beef talking about the Atlanta Braves, well, guess what? I think they might have got their head out of their butts. Honestly, we finally won a game. So 1-7, but we're getting somewhere. There you see the schedule. DSR Electric on Mondays. Xfinity Series coming back there on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, it's not going to be a practice race this Wednesday. We're actually going to have the championship race at Auto Club for the NASRA Cup Series. Thursdays is whenever Tyler Dittmer comes back and they can record the Hot Lap podcast, whenever he decides to come back. Him and Brady LaBeouf come back and do that. And then obviously Fridays, which is why each and every one of you is here. Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. Josh Suss, give us a little smile, baby. Give us a wave. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You got the flames going all the way around your camera. He is on fire up here at the front. Joshua Suss. There you see it right there. He ain't even listening to a word I'm saying, Morgan. He don't even care at this point. But he's up here at the front and starting to make a little bit of noise. He started 11th. But strategy might have worked out for him up here. Joshua Suss trying to be up here at the front.
That's how it works sometimes. You get lucky through an accident. You're able to avoid it properly. You don't get caught up in it. And you gain a bunch of track position when the leaders do get caught up into it. Just about
that's what you're going to have to worry about. That's what you're going to have to worry about right there, is trying to keep it up there. When you get up there, keep it up there. There you see going all the way to the end of stage number 2, which will be at lap 60 in the next 30 laps. But the thing about it is, though, we're going to stay green. And one thing about this, though, Morgan, I don't know if you knew this about Nazareth, is when they have the stages and everything, usually, depending on, there's been a couple of times where we have a caution or something. And if it's like, it used to be when it was like maybe 2 laps closer, to that stage, they just call it and say stage. Now, that's not how it works. It's the end of that lap. Whatever happens, if it's under caution or if it's under green, whatever it is, that's your stage. So something new that Nazareth is trying to do here this year and kind of making it a little bit more easier, simpler, and more crazy, to be honest with you. Here we go. Green flag back in the air.
Already.
Joshua Suss. We got a right back in the
field.
back. Caution is out. Caution is out. Devin Painter in the 99 goes around here at the line. And Morgan, I ain't got a clue, buddy. You're going to have to walk me through this because I wasn't even looking at it, to be honest with you.
I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I think what happened here is we had a case of somebody going and somebody not going and got right hooked into the outside wall. We're going to have a good look at it right here on the replay. Yeah, I got an accordion there and boom, outside wall. There it is. Good night, San Francisco. Not looking good for the 99.
Yeah, hate to see that right there for the silent assassin, Devin Painter. He must have been so damn quiet he ended up getting turned. There he goes, straight up into the wall. Brandon New in the 2 ends up tagging him, sends him up into the wall. And, Morgan, it didn't look like it was heavy contact. It didn't look as bad as, say, Buzzy Mongold's was a while ago. So Devin Painter may be able to jump down. I don't think he's got a meatball flag, so he should be able to jump back out there, continue, and carry on.
What worries me about the 99 is that it hit right on that right front tire with the wheel turned. That's a toe issue more than likely. That wheel's probably not straight. That's what would concern me more than the aero damage or anything else, is just having that suspension pointed in the right direction for maximum efficiency.
Absolutely. So, that's something right there that we're going to have to watch out for. Looks like they're going to have to come back around. They're going to be under caution for a little bit. So we're going to stay right here with you for just a second. And, there you see Joshua Suss. He's loving this right here. He don't care. let him all wreck. He was, stay up at the front. He don't give a damn. But, Morgan, I wanted you to kind of go ahead and introduce yourself to the folks and, what you've been up to and, all that good stuff. Because some people within the Nazareth 360 Racing Network they might not know who Morgan Cook is. So, it's going to sound weird. I know you, but they don't. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, I've been around the service here for a few years. I think this is my 4th year on the service. I've been doing broadcasting for about the last year or so. A lot of my stuff with the V-Speed Broadcasting Network that you have probably heard Mr. Jake Reeves do some work for here in the last 12 months or so. But just getting back into it, I mentioned earlier, just had a daughter here, so this is my first broadcast since mid-December. Just getting back into it here and having a good time doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Damn water will get you every single time. You get choked
sure it's
on it,
water,
I guess.
Jake. Sure it's water.
Yeah, well, you take it.
You found Grandpappy's stash, didn't you?
Yeah, I got some of it just a second ago. My wife brought me some in here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, it'll get to you. It really will. What is the deal with the Christmas lights? I want to know, what is the deal with the Christmas lights? Why are we, you know what? I'm going to bring him in here. He just got back on the lead lap. Where is he? I got to get him back in here. Hang on a second. Let me figure this. Where is he at? Where is Jordan Durrett? There he is. He's over there with Matt Lee and all them other guys. He's all the way up there. We got you up there in the principal's office, Jordan. What the heck are you doing, man?
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha now.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, yeah. What am I doing? Still celebrating Christmas over here in Korea. Um, Problem is, man, it's a mess back here in 40th, but that's the plan. I've been running back here, just trying to stay away from all the trouble. But it seems like the trouble's all the way in the back. So as long as I keep a safe distance from them, we'll be safe in our Marathon Mover Chevrolet. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one there coming at the end. I'll say that.
Do you think maybe what's causing all the chaos? Do you think maybe it's the Christmas lights that are glaring off your screen? I mean, do you think maybe that's got a little bit to do with it?
Yeah, it must be they're just flashing in their eyes and they just have nowhere to go, so they have to go in the wall or crash into another car. I don't know if y'all saw that coming to about 1 to go on stage 1. Me and the 94, we're getting into it. He was just swerving all over the place, so I had decided to take matters in my own hand. We almost got in a wreck right in front of the field, so good thing we didn't crash. But other than that, hopefully we could keep this car clean for the end of the race. That's the plan. Probably won't end up working out anyways.
Yeah, and he's going down pit road right here, so you got some more damage that needs to get fixed.
No damage, no damage. Just want to stay back here.
I might have taught him something out of that, because I usually do that right there, Dade. I usually jump down pit road just for the heck of it, make sure I got enough gas. Hey, by the way, I do want to ask you about this real quick. You know, I looked around. I was sitting there playing around on TikTok today. I was playing around on TikTok a little bit. You know where I'm going with this. And I just saw all kinds of videos that you have from the Friday night series here with Nazareth, as we are getting doubled up for or to get back to green. But you know, tell everybody about that, because I mean, there's so much on there, and I didn't even know you had that many followers on TikTok. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my passions is video editing. So I like to make some cool edits of Nazareth or any league I run in general, and just trying to promote iRacing and try to build a brand from it. But anybody that wants to sponsor me, I mean, you can hit up my email on my TikTok or any social media. But yeah, we love to promote everybody's brand, and even Nazareth, as y'all are great broadcasters, and hopefully we put on a show for y'all today.
Hey, you know one? Hey, honestly, Jordan, do you know one sponsor that hadn't sponsored you yet?
Who?
Door banging download may end up happening soon. You never know.
Hey,
Jordan Duress.
Hit me up. We got beef. Hey, that'd be a perfect paint scheme right there.
Yeah, he'll end up having it. He'll have it on the side of it. We're gonna win till the cows come home, or some kind of crazy. I don't know. Anyway, buddy, good luck, and keep it in one piece, bud.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I'll see y'all at the end of the race. Yes,
Morgan. That is last season's champion for season 9, so that's gonna be big right there. We'll see if he can take it all the way to the front, get the win, and maybe he'll take them damn Christmas lights down. Here we go. Josh is with Sus. Michael Kostick up here on the front row. Luke Smith, Lucas Lyons right behind him in row number 2. Green flag back in the air. Sus on the inside is going to get a fantastic jump. Lyons right behind him. Kostick up top with Smith behind him. Front 4 trying to get away. Behind them, Tiny Horse on the inside trying to roll as well. Lee's going to ease up to the top side as well. Here comes Joshua Sus riding on board. He's smiling all the way through turn 2.
Not sure why the animals dropped out of everyone behind the top 10. We got a big breakaway up here at the front of the field. About to be side by side again for the lead as the 8's going to try and lead his first lap of the day. That's Michael Kostick on the high side, that Jack Daniels machine.
Yeah, Jack Daniels. Oh, we love Jack Daniels. We love Jack Daniels. We love Jack Daniels here for the redneck announcer here in this household. Absolutely love him. So that may end up being my pick to win it here tonight with the Jack Daniels truck. Kostick up top. Got Smith behind him. Lee lined up behind him as well. Jeff Merck going with Lee. Here comes Rodriguez with a run. May look to go with Merck. May look to go 3 wide things. Different jumps back in line. Now that little pack that you were talking about, Morgan, has formed back up, and everybody storming their way through 1 and 2 here tonight at Talladega.
Little pack meet big pack as the whole field is now in a line 2 by 2. The high side's going to have the momentum here as they roll down the backstretch. Might get 2 trucks clear. It's going to be close. 80's holding tough on the bottom.
Holding real tough down on the bottom. Inside kind of stacks up just a little bit. Kostick with the Jack Daniels colors up top. Boy, I'm telling you, that is a beautiful truck right there. I'm not even kidding. Makes me a little bit thirsty. I may end up getting rid of the moonshine we go. Lee wants him a little bit of Jack Daniels. Takes it up to the top side. Mark's going to line up with him. 3 wide for the lead. Now it's going to go to second. 3 wide for second. 2 wide now for the lead. Lee's going to battle with Joshua Suss. Now here comes Caustic up here. Lee jumps down, hangs out Mark. Mark's going to get backed up to Rodriguez. Suss leads, but Lee's making a run.
Lyons is pushing the heck out of Suss on the bottom. Let's see if he can clear Lucas Lyons to the middle. He's going to try and lead ahead of Lee. Can he block the outside line, get that momentum too? This is craziness here forming at Talladega.
Oh, baby, looking 4 wide just for a split second. Thought about it. Rodriguez jumps up, slides, goes all the way around. Now here comes Keith Bradley in the 29 up here in the mix. Haven't talked a whole lot about the animal. The only 2-time champion here on the Friday Night Series with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series with Nazra. Bradley has entered the conversation at Talladega. He knows how to get it done on Superspeedways. Let's see what he can do. Mark up top with Rodriguez helping. Lines up here trying to battle in this middle lane. He found a hole, jumped up in front of Lee, and Joshua Suss trying to hold him all at bay. 3 wide for the lead.
Look at this parade down the backstretch. That one is pushing as hard as he possibly can. A little bit out of shape. Through the corner, got hot right there. Had to get off the back bumper. He's now going to lead the high side into turn 3. Oh, yeah, big Mark, push out. They're in trouble.
Oh. Woo!
They saved it.
What a save right there by Jeff Mark. Come down, got the door on somebody. Now Lyons finds a hole. He's going to jump up. Joshua Suss, boy, his eyes must have got really big. One blinking down there in the middle lane, or bottom lane, I should say. Blinked, didn't come back. Whoa, one of them just blinked out right there on the bottom side. He has fallen all the way to the back. That is, not sure exactly who that was,
but
48. Somebody was blinking. The 48, Robbie Richards having to drop to the back.
And he's going to drop all the way through it. He was inside another truck and not in a good way as they roll down the backstretch here. Lyons under attack from the 60. You got to cover that yellow line. He's going to force that truck down there. Lee's right there in third. Trying to push the guy he's worked so well with here in this race up to the lead. They're going to go for it here, middle of 3 and 4.
Yeah, and there they go. Here comes Mark on the outside. Lee's going to go with him. Lucas Lyons, no help. Suss slams straight into his tailgate. Lee and now Mark, both of them up front, holding McGill. Where have you been, son? 33's up here in the middle of this now. Here comes Joshua Rodriguez, MDW, and now Jonathan Cofield, 3 wide all the way through the field up here at the front. Suss tried to latch on, shoves Mark, knocks him up the hill. Here comes Suss on the inside.
We are racing up here at the front of this field at Talladega. Down the backstretch, the one still trying to lead the high line. Looks like he does have some friends after all, as Lee leads the middle lane and Lucas Lyons is trying to steal one here at Talladega.
Yeah, he's trying to, but he's doing all he can. Now up top, one driver all the way slipping back. That's Rodriguez trying to just latch on and get MDW to try to roll with him. Cofield stuck in this line as well. Lee, Mark, they're going to work together. They're going to jump down right in front of Lucas Lyons. That being Lee, Mark's still up here. He's got McGill lined up with him. Luke Smith right here as well. Up top starting the motor. Here comes Rodriguez. Lee trying to go up there as well, but he's going to stay right in the middle lane. Wood is going to stay right in behind Rodriguez. Cofield there as well. Rodriguez, he may end up shooting out of a cannon right here.
No more scheduled cautions, so every push is going to get bigger every lap that we tick away, and you can see that right here. The push is getting much more intense. We see cars wiggling all over the place. Just another lap here, 42. Got another 19 or so until we wrap this stage up, but stay green while doing it.
Yeah, we'll see how they end up working right there. There you see Rodriguez still trying to get the shove, trying to roll right here with MDW. And now one driver jumps up. That's Mark Morton. Morton's going to jump up to the top side. He's going to try to see if Bradley goes with him. Bradley will not. Mark right there at the line photo finish. If that would have been the finish, Lee would have got him by 7/1000ths of a second. Cartersville zone. Mark Morton. Rodriguez giving the shove on turn 2.
We are still 2x2 Lions, really crowding them in the middle here. Check up the whole front of the field. Oh, he turned him! Matt Lee's around, he's airborne. Back on his wheels. Is the caution going to come out here? Looks like it will.
Wow, Matt Lee from Clinton, Maine. The 44 ends up going around. He got sent. And Jeff Merck is going to lose his help up here at the front. Unless Tristan Bruce can get back there. Boy, Morgan Cook, buddy, you saw it all right there on the backstretch. Talk me through it.
Well, this was a case of I had mentioned Lyons was a ways off the bottom. You can see there he's got about half a truck width down to the inside. I don't think the pusher realized that, and then they kind of converged there on the backstretch. Around goes the 44 off the nose of Lucas Lyons, and just about went over. Lucky the safety enhancement they make on these iRacing trucks with the roof flaps and all that, keeping that thing planted on the ground and not somewhere partying in the infield, as it were, here at Talladega.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up the party down there in the infield anyway, shape, fashion, or form. You see Lee right here, had lines right there. Good little camera right there, well, obviously great camera inspired producer. But what I was getting at was the paint scheme right there for Lucas Lyons. I just now noticed that. Kind of looking like a little bit of a nationwide paint scheme right there. But there you see the tiny tap you were talking about, Morgan. Just, I mean, it's amazing that just that little tiny tap, I guess you could say, as our producer was saying, it's just amazing that little tiny tap can cause what we saw right there.
I mean, you're only going 185 miles an hour at that particular moment. Not a lot of downforce on the machine.
There you see right there.
Have a chat.
You want to bring him up here? You want to bring Jeff up here? Okay, well, we'll bring Jeff up here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just bring Jeff up here now while he's trying to jump into his pit box. I've had that done, folks. You never want to get pulled in the broadcast booth when you're going down pit road, because if you do, they're listening to their spotter, they're listening to the crew chief, trying to count them down. That way they can make it in there. Well, we'll wait, because, he might be, truck Kyle, that good stuff. We'll try to make sure we get him in there. Make sure he's good and clear on that. The
only time worse to get pulled up into the booth is when you're just about to go green at a dirt track on the high side, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you want to chat? No, we're trying to go green here, and that'll wad them all up real quick.
I believe that. I believe that would actually be wow. Well, let's bring him up here. We got Pookie in the house.
Pookie,
American
baby.
flag in the back. American flag in the back right there for Jeff Burt. Jeff, buddy, how's it going up there?
Hey, man, wild and crazy, just like a super speedway race at Talladega.
It seems like it, man. I mean, we saw you working right there with Matthew Lee. Obviously, Lee was talking about how y'all been working together, in money races and everything. Do you feel like that Lee getting set back there is going to put you in a little bit of a hole up here with these guys?
No, I mean, I've ran enough super speedways with these guys to kind of, know what they're going to do, when they're not going to do it, and know how to control lines, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think I got any teammates like right here with me, so I mean, they might team up on me and go around, but you never know that until they do it.
Morgan, you got anything for Jeff?
Not at this point. No, I'm just still trying to keep my head on straight from this crazy action here at Talladega. It's been a wild one here, Jeff. You've been up at the front pretty much this whole race. What's it going to take for you to control it, like we mentioned, maybe without a teammate up here?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do solo, but I mean, it just depends. We're still kind of early in the race. Still got at least one more pit stop to go if it stays green from here. So maybe they'll just want to ride, but we've been seeing a lot of 3-wide racing. Guys getting split. So, like I said, you never know what they're going to do until they do it, and then you're kind of at the mercy of people behind you at that point. So, we'll see what happens. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Well, I got one more before we send you down there. What's in the cup? You got the cup with you? What's in the cup?
The cup is Captain Silver and Diet Pepsi.
Attaboy. That's how you get a Friday night going.
Keep the camera on now. Sponsored by Captain Morgan. Sponsorship.
He may be lit by the time we get to the end of this thing, so he may end up trying that block again. It may end up costing him. Jeff Merck up here at the front. Jeff, good luck, buddy, and I appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, bud.
Yep, absolutely. Eric Zimmerman up here at the front. Merck actually up on the outside of the front row. And, you know, Morgan, you know, we talked to him about that, talked to him about, you know, having your teammates up there and everything else. I mean, you know, you've raced before. I've watched you race before and everything else. You watched me race before. Does it mean a little bit more when you have people around you to help you out, you know, have some friends that you can trust? Does it ease your mind a little bit when we come to these places?
I honestly always found it the opposite. I always liked to work by myself at these kind of racetracks. I never found teammates ever helped me here. I'd lay back for a teammate to get a good push, and all of a sudden they'd cut out a line and go somebody else. You know, it's cost me a number of wins at Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta. So I just said, to heck with you guys. We're teammates the rest of the season. I'm on my own here tonight, and I'll show you how it's done.
You got a little beef? You got a little beef?
Little beef.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to run solo here. That way, you know, they ain't got to worry about having to trust anybody, or they ain't got to worry about somebody else having to trust them. I guess would be one way to do it.
Two instead of one.
Yep, that is true. So here we go. 15 laps to go here in Glass Mechanics stage number 2. Had a couple of Serb-Pro cautions. 4th one here this evening, just getting over with. And here we go. Eric Zimmerman up at the front. Believe it or not, starting 45th in the field, dead last. Eric Zimmerman up here at the front, leading at Talladega. Here comes Rodriguez, shoves him straight into his tailgate. Mark got help from Scruggs, from Bradley. Keith Bradley in the 29 getting up here in this mix. Jeff Mark trying to do it all by himself off turn 2.
High side is much more organized. Now Lucas Lyons splits him 3 wide. He's going to try to with no help from the back. That's going to hurt him for the moment. The middle line's 3 strong ahead of this field. Oh, big move to the bottom. The 11 going to hang the 60 out to dry. Here we roll through the corner. Look at the run difference that you get when you got 2 cars hooked up on the bottom. And off of turn 4 back to the redneck announcer.
Here we go. Zimmerman really got, basically, I guess you could say they kind of caught him sleeping a little bit. Here's Zimmerman trying to rock roll. Here comes Mark. He's going to have help from Morton. A couple of them trying to work their way up there on that top side. Adam Newton up there in the middle of that. Haven't talked about the Bulldog all night long. Here he comes, lined up with Justin White. He's got Stephen Thomas behind him. Up front, Dustin Scruggs leads off turn 2.
Another truck in the outside wall. That's the 2 machine going to stuff the inside or the outside lane for just a minute. We got some drivers kind of wobbling up here at the front. Haven't been up here yet today. Move to the elevator. Going to the top side. Rodriguez falls to the back. We got action all over this racetrack here at Talladega. The 12 Wonder Bread car. Haven't seen that for a little while here up at the front. Not since 2006, I think. And it was Ricky Bobby driving that machine.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby really shocked a lot of people, you know, when he come to Talladega and done all those cool things, flying in the air. This is not good. We haven't had nobody fly in the air yet here tonight. Nobody really wanting to go 4 wide right now. Everybody's still stuck 3 wide. And then the Ricky Bobby colors. Mark Morton leads them, going into turn number 1. Scruggs right behind him. Lucas Lyons up top in the 88. And down on the bottom, Jeff Mark with Keith Bradley, old teammates off turn 2.
We're still trying to roll the high side with Lucas Lyons. Dale Jr. paint scheme on that truck, I guess. He's still trying to figure it out. He's been up at the front, obviously got caught up in the accident there with the 44, but the 12 now is still leading this thing in turns 3 and 4. He's got a little bit of control for the first time all night.
Hey, all 55 of you out there on the live chat, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? There we also see as well. Here we go. A couple of them boxing right now. Eric Zimmerman was up there at the front. He's going to jump down and go ahead and get him some gas. Make sure he can make it for these next 10 laps of Stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. Mark up front. Bradley lined up behind him. Morton may lose his help. Scruggs trying to go to the top. They're going to split Mark off 2.
Ill-timed move there. He's going to go straight to the back. That's 3, 4, 5 rows he's lost already just in this frame. And the 12 hung out to the high side. The 11's going to go to the middle, split him on the inside here. Here comes Lucas Lyons to pick him up, but it's going to be too little too late here as they lost a ton of track vision here through turn number 3, 29. Keith Bradley for the first time tonight, leading off turn 4.
Yeah, and Bradley up there going to try to hold on to it. Jeff Merck literally lost every bit of help that he had. Now he's going to try to do it all by himself. MDW, Matthew David Wood jumps up to the top side. They're going to try to hang out. Dustin Scruggs stuck in the middle lane. You got the 87, Keith Haiti, right there in the middle as well. Back to the 3 wide. Up front, Keith Bradley, the animal. Here comes Scruggs. Haiti giving him the shove. Scruggs going back for the lead.
Oh, he peaked 4 wide, did the 60, thought better of it. I don't know if that move would have worked. He's going to continue to push the 21 on the high side, the very top, right up against that outside wall into turn number 3. The 21 is going to have that spot, and again, 60 tries to peek to the inside, but the 11 blocks the spot. 3 wide and pushing hard here at the front of this field.
Oh, wow. Hold on to it. MDW, Matthew David Wood. Hold on to it, baby. He's going to go all the way to the front. Merck's going to go all the way from the top down to the bottom, the elevator like you were talking about, Morgan. And he straight up loses MDW. And Merck goes back to the front. We've seen him do it numerous times here at Talladega. He knows how to get the draft to work. Now he goes from the bottom up to the middle. Jumps up in front of Scruggs. Bradley's going to fire off on the inside with help from Tiny Horse. Ryan Johnson off too.
And don't look now, inside the top 20 for the first time since the accident is the 44, that bright green machine, about 5 rows back on the bottom side. He is rolling, trying to get back up to that 60. His teammate worked together to go get that win here tonight at Talladega, one that every one of these drivers wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, this right here, very, very going to be a good one right here. Obviously, a wild card. Anybody can win it, and everybody knows it. Here we go. Merck goes from the middle, jumps back down to the bottom side. Scruggs goes up and jumps up in front of MDW. Matthew David Wood. Scruggs, now Merck playing with it, literally going from the bottom to the middle, playing with all the lines. Scruggs goes from the top. He'll jump down in the middle, try to get Merck to help him. It's going to put him stuck straight in the middle for 3 wide. He is stuck in the middle as here comes Keith Bradley on the bottom side.
Once again, it's a dead heat off of turn number 2. 3 wide, middle, bottom, and the top side. Who's it going to be here into turn number 3? They're offset now with the 21 going to lead. Looks like the finish of the 59 to 2500 right there. If that was the start-finish line, it wasn't, though. That's not for another 52 laps here at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, it quite possibly could be as hard as they're racing and as many lines as they're moving around. Merck's got to hang Scruggs out. Scruggs still stuck in the middle. Keith Haiti back here in the middle of this as well. Bray LaBeouf stuck straight in the middle. He can't go top. He can't go bottom. He's got to ride in line. He's stuck like a hair in a biscuit in the middle lane. Merck still holding it right here in the middle lane. MDW up top with Mark Morton and Lucas Lyons. On the bottom side, Keith Bradley trying to squirt out ahead, but it's Jeff Merck leading off turn 2.
You mentioned stuck in the middle. That 24 machine's been stuck, the 4th truck in line in the middle for about the last 10 laps. Nowhere he can go. Same with the 51 and the 48. They're just stuck. They're riding, hoping for something to shake out, and it hasn't quite yet as the 21 would, with a crazy move in front of the 60. Made it work somehow off of turn number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how Wood didn't get turned right there. Merck had to lift a little bit or he was going to end up turning, but absolutely incredible racing here for the 10th season of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here for round 6 of their season 10 season, pretty much. Here we go. Mark Morton up on the top side, trying to roll. He will take the lead on the outside with help from Lucas Lyons. Now Merck goes from the middle, jumps down to the bottom side, and he's going to get the help from Keith Bradley 3 wide again.
12's on the outside wall. That turn 2 wall's very magnetic here tonight. Lyons to the middle, tried to go to the bottom, didn't know the 60 was there. He's going to be found out pretty quick, though. Turned it back to the right in front of Wood. Lucas Lyons trying to lead this middle lane. It's not going terribly well. Now Merck's to jump up in front of him. So we got the 94 trying to rejoin Kevin LePage style here out of turn 4.
Yeah, and that will end up, if he does join like that, it's going to cause a whole lot of mayhem. 6 laps to go here in Glass Mechanics stage number 2, and everybody knows the pay window is open for stage points, for playoff points. Mark Morton trying to get going on this outside lane. Keith Bradley will lead him going into turn 1. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson lined right up behind him. Here comes Merck with the shove from MDW. Big old shove coming through turn 2. Merck takes the lead.
3 wide for second spot. 11's in the outside wall. Going to get a push on the high side now. They're going to go straight to the lead. The push was too strong in front of the 60 machine, and he's going to lose a couple spots here in the middle, in the sucker hole right now. The 29's been glued to the bottom as well. He's looking pretty right now with only 4 laps to go. Oh, we got turned. Lions got turned. Middle of the field. Bunch of trucks involved.
Oh my goodness, Lucas Lyons gets turned. Jeff Merck is one of those drivers involved. Numerous drivers get involved after Lucas Lyons tried to find a hole, tried to jump down in front of Jeff Merck. Merck didn't lift for him. It ends up causing all kinds of chaos back here. Justin White, one of them getting involved. Morgan, buddy, you saw it right there on the exit of turn number 4. I think Lucas just comes down. He tries to follow Scruggs down, and it just doesn't pay off, and Merck just doesn't lift for him.
Yeah, and that's going to happen here at Talladega. I had a race end just like that not too long ago at this particular facility. You see the 11 try and go get the spot, and it's kind of a lazy lane change for the 88. Not quite enough space. Should have turned back to the right there, go to the high side in front of the 12, but instead going to get turned by the 60 up into the outside wall. Couple trucks involved, heavy damage for a number of those machines. I think the 60 got away okay. Our buddy with the fancy cup, if you will. I think he got away from that just fine. We'll see here. Lions just about went over, actually.
Yeah, he about did. Yeah, he about did. A lot of them jumping down below the double yellow line. You can do that if there's a wreck in front of you. You can go anywhere you need to go. I mean, you're not trying to advance your position, but, you know, you're just trying to miss the wreck. So everywhere on the racetrack is fair game. You can go down there. But at this point, right here, while they're racing, you can't go below that double yellow line to improve your position. Race control, TJ Moore will flag you. There you see the contact once again. Talked about it. Lucas Lyons is coming down right there, literally across the nose of Jeff Merck, ends up sending himself around. There goes Justin White. He gets involved. Bray LaBeouf just squeaking through there in the 31. Was able to squeak through there. And, yeah, you're right, Morgan. It did look like even though Jeff Merck was in the middle of that, I think he got through it. Oh, baby, hide your kids. Oh, no! Through Mark Morton's tailgate goes Justin White. And there you see everybody, the contact, everybody slipping, sliding through, and then Justin White just trying to straighten it back out and ends up losing the whole back end of the truck, hits the inside retaining wall. It's just one of those things, honestly, Morgan. You know, it's just one of those things that's going to happen here tonight at Talladega. And then once somebody goes spinning, you basically just got to figure out which lane you want to get in. You just got to hope you don't get involved.
Especially when you're 3 wide. What are you going to do if you're running the high side 3 wide? Where do you go? You can't go to the bottom. There's 2 to the inside. And if you're in the middle, you can't go to the bottom or the top. You're just kind of stuck. And the trucks always wash up first, and then they wash back down and collect even more. And that's what we see right there.
You see Mark Morton right there. He is already disconnected from the server, busted the wheel, busted the steering wheel. All of it's jacked up, and he will park it right there from Cartersville, Georgia. Wonder Bread is not going to be in. It's not going to be a victory lane here tonight at Talladega. Hate to see that for him. So, folks, while we have the moment, actually, we're looking right here. Actually, real quick, we was going to go to commercial break, but Cody Knott just chimed in our chat room for the National 360 Racing Network, wanting us to go on board with the 1 for that caution. So, Dean, if we can, real quick, let's go on board with the 1 of Joshua Rodriguez. Something happened right here with the Joshua Rodriguez deal. Let's see what Cody Knott sees that apparently we didn't see. Riding on board right here, riding right in behind Jonathan Cofield. You see everybody kind of slide and everything else. Let's see what happens right here with Joshua Rodriguez. See the smoke. See everybody go. Rodriguez locks it up. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Wow. Well, Joshua Rodriguez, a good eye for that one. Cody Knott was able to sneak through that bad boy and end up getting it. Dustin Scruggs leads right here, so it's going to be a 2-lap dash. Pace light or caution lights is off, and they will stay green right here at the end of this. This is going to come to, it's literally good. Honestly, Morgan, it's going to be a 1-lap dash because it's the end of lap 60, so this is going to be a 1-lap dash right here to decide your stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic winner.
You bet, but no caution. Once that lap is complete, we stay green here for stage 2, if I'm not mistaken. Nice little twist here that Nazareth's got going on. Love to see that.
Oh, Dean's leaving. Dean's leaving.
He gone.
Formula One qualified. He's out of here. Dean's gone. He's more. Where are they racing at, Dean? Oh, we don't care about Suzuka. We don't care about that. Nobody cares about that. Oh, I don't know.
Dean's trying to
I don't
start
know if he
stuff
went
up here.
live. I don't know if he went live for that comment, but he said that the guys that go left and right are the real drivers.
I said
that's
to,
what he
to
said.
everybody, they're the real race drivers that can go left and right, and they apply a brake every once in a while, things like that too. So there you go. Formula One is number uno.
Well, I think go ahead. Yeah, key it up. Yeah,
Light
absolutely.
them up,
We got
chat.
beef
Let's
right
go. Light them up.
here. Yeah, or matter of fact, I'll light it up right here.
Beef right here, Joe.
Yeah, I'll light it up. I'll light it up on my end right here. We already got beef right here talking about this is not real drivers right here. This is foot to the floor, 190 miles an hour at Talladega. This is honestly the best. This is what you get. This is the best of the best right here with Nazareth on a Friday night. Pace truck is off. One lap dash to decide it for stage 2. Scruggs, Bradley, Johnson, Wood, Tristan, Bruce up here, the top 5. Let's see who will get stage 2. Presented by the Glass Mechanic. Green flag back in the air. They hit the restart zone. One lap, remember, to decide stage 2, but they will continue under green afterwards. Here we go. Scruggs on the bottom. Tiny Horse lined up with him. Keith Bradley, MDW, up here in this mix as well. Everybody double file as of right now. Bradley starting to slip back a little bit, trying to get the run from MDW off turn 2.
Gonna watch the high side here off of turn 2. It always gets a little bit of momentum on these initial starts. It's even this time. 1.5 truck lengths back. The 11 has the lead on the bottom side. Is he going to be able to keep it as we roll through turns 3 and 4, or is he going to lose it to that 29 machine who's going to peak 3 wide? Stage points on the line. Potentially an interview with us later also on the line. That's probably more important as the 29's falling back here off turn 4.
Yeah, it looks like Scruggs is going to be able to get it. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson can't slide up. Bradley is there. Stage 2 winner from Nashville, Tennessee is going to be Dustin Scruggs at the line at the completion of lap 60. Stage 2 is complete. Here comes Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson to the outside. They will stay green here for stage number 2, or stage number 3, I should say. Here comes Tiny Horse on the outside with a help from Keith Bradley.
Big push on the middle lane. 1 lap too late for the points, but the lead is still worth something as the high side's a little bit more organized than the bottom right now. That 24 is a little bit too far away from the 3 to get to be a good, efficient third truck in line. Even still, look at the inside line motor back here at Talladega. We're getting good now. Final stage.
And we're also seeing out there in the live chat, Flymo Murph. Obviously, Murph with Murph's Magical Creations. Come on, Unicorn Power. That's what you're wanting to see right there from Murph. He's pulling for Adam Newton back there with the Murph's Magical Creations. Hell, one of them's got the Murph's Magical Creations colors on there. One of them does. At one point, Murph had like 5 or 6 trucks out there with the Murph's Magical Creations with a unicorn on the front of it. Tiny Horse leads off turn 2.
He's regular Johnny Morris with Bass Pro Shops up here in the Nazareth League here on Friday night. It's been great action so far. We're doubled up again for the 100th time tonight, it feels like, only on lap 62. I saw the 60 peak at 3 wide, a little further back. Can't find that on the timing scoring yet, but he's trying to make the outside work. Far back.
Yeah, both of them's going to try to make it work back there with Lee back here. They're going to be up on that top side trying to get rolling. One driver that leads up there on the top side, that is Jeff Merck with Brian Chew lined up behind him. Up front, still got Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson up here. He is going to give the shove to Dustin Scruggs. No, actually Scruggs gives the shot to Tiny Horse. Bradley still leads out there on the outside lane, but here comes Tiny Horse middle way down the back.
I mentioned it half a lap ago, and here is the 60. He's in the picture again up at the front of the field, leading that high side. Trying to lead more of those laps that he's done so many of in front of this field here today. There he is. That damage not hurting him at all as he rolls the high line, leading that thing all the way up to the front. Still fighting here at Talladega.
Yeah, still fighting, still going through it. Now Bradley still leads right there in the middle lane. trying to get Wood to give him the shove. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson down on the bottom side. Here comes Jeff Merck with the help of the Holla Daddy. Brian Chu has got up here in this mix. Right behind Brian Chu, you got others lined up there. There's Lee. Matthew Lee trying to work out 3 wide up here once again. Mark makes an aggressive move down across the nose of Keith Bradley off 2.
Couldn't have fit an NFL referee's cue card between those bumpers on that maneuver. The 60's going to lead him through the middle of this field. Crazy how close they're cutting it here. With still 40 laps to go in this race. Could end in an instant. This time by just a little bit. Lions a little bit earlier got turned off the front bumper of the 60. That was just about another one.
Yeah, that was very, very close right there with Jeff Merck, but Keith Bradley and him, both veterans here on the Friday night series. And Bradley giving Merck all he can handle in the middle lane. Lee trying to help out Chu up on that outside lane. Lee's got to back off, almost ended up detonating the engine. Now up front, it's Merck, it's Johnson, Scruggs going as well. Here is Tristan Bruce, may help out Jeff Merck a little bit, but Tiny Horse leads off 2.
It is crazy how one little lift from the second car in line on the top loses them 4 lanes because that motor is about to explode. The inside lane had a bit of an issue there, and the 60 is going to take it back over to the lead. Our buddy Merck just a minute ago, stage 1, no, it wasn't stage 1 winner. He was just on pit road when we found him. Regardless, he's up with the lead here one more time.
Yeah, he's up here, and now Tiny Horse trying to help out as well. There's Tristan Bruce, a fan favorite out there in the live chat. Merck goes from the bottom, jumps back up to the top. He'll open the door for Ryan Johnson. He's on the inside. Bradley's going to fall right in line behind Jeff Merck. Topside still trying to get momentum with Brian Chu trying to get Lee to help him out there. You see him up there on your screen. LaBeouf step back here in the middle of this as well as they're battling for the lead off 2.
This is the point where you got to think to yourself, still 40-odd laps to go. Do I push now or do I hold back a little bit? The answer on the high side is push right now. Try and get that lead because pit stops are coming, and you want to be as far at the front as you can when you make that pit stop in case something goes awry. Oh, just about off the front bumper of Lee is the 51 machine.
Oh, baby. Come on, Brian Chu. Get up here and get you some.
Oh, he got turned.
He gets turned.
And around he goes.
Over. Merck gets over on his lid. Tiny Horse gets slid through. Everybody trying to duck dodge. And there we go. Chu gets involved. They tried to get around the pace truck as well. Caution is out. Fort Myers, Florida's Brian Chu had a shot at the lead. Thought he was clear, and he was not. And caution out once again. Here tonight at Talladega, Chu had it there for a second. Watch the run right here. Chu's going to get the run. Glee's giving him the shove through 3 and 4. Slides down, tries to pull that side draft. Almost door banging right there between him and Keith Bradley. Gets up to the door of Jeff Merck. And then right here at this point, I mean, Chu thinks he's clear. He really thinks that he is clear, and he was not. Just slides down just ever so slightly. Thought he had it, and Merck was there. They make contact. Merck goes over on his lid, and everybody else slides through. Luke Smith gets involved. Beard gets involved. Chris Blanchard gets involved. Literally name it. Half the field piled up here at the start-finish line at the exit of the tri-oval. Once again, you see it right there. Chu just ever so slightly. He was... Oh, baby, I'm telling you, it was so close. And there you see Merck go over on his lid. But he was so close, so close right there to being able to make it work. I mean, what, centimeters, I guess you could say, Morgan? That's just how close it was that Brian Chu was from Jeff Merck.
Pulling out the metric measurements here on the NASRA broadcast. I like it, showing your true colors here. What good stuff. But yeah, that was so very close. Missed it by just a fraction of whatever measurement you want to call it across the front bumper. And surprisingly, this 60 machine, even though it was on his side for a good bit of that front stretch, I think he got out of it okay. Netcode helped him out there with the 83, and it looks like the 60 is going to keep on rolling.
Yeah, it looks like he is, and everybody's jumping down pit road right here, so that's exactly what we're seeing right on board right here with one of the unicorns out in the field, Luke Smith. See the 83, he got tagged in the back end, went right through Jeff Merck. Brandon New, wow! Hard impact into the outside retaining wall, straight up T-bones the wall. He is going to be probably out just how hard he hit. Check the look right here with Brandon New. Riding on board with him, started 5th. That ain't no way he's going to finish there here tonight. Watch this. Hard impact into the outside retaining wall, straight around, and he is gone. Slides right across the line. He'll get credited for that lap. That's about as far as it'll go. Justin White right here in the 02 Toyota. See what happens. See the smoke. See everything in front of him. He just locks it down right here, trying to miss everything, and it works out good for Justin White. Well, folks, we haven't had a commercial here in a little while, so let's rest our voices here for a second. Get ready for stage 3 here tonight at Talladega. Cofield staying out. He's leading at Talladega. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Oh, we're back here at Talladega. Little chin wagging right here. See if we can bring somebody up here. And tell you what, let's bring our stage 2 winner up if we can. That was Dustin Scruggs who ended up getting it. Stage 2 winner presented by the Glass Mechanic, Dustin Scruggs up here in the house. Dustin, buddy, congratulations on that. Tell us about your race so far, because it's looking interesting right now.
Yeah, man, it's tough up here. It's very crowded. Lots of teammates working together in different teams, and just trying to stay up front, stay clean, avoid the wrecks, not cause any wrecks. I feel bad. I kind of led 88 into that last wreck, or with Merck, but I didn't mean to do that. But I thought he was clear, and I knew he was following me. That's why I was kind of hesitant. But other than that, it's been fun. Just try to get to the end here and keep it clean.
Well, I mean, but Dustin, you said right there that you feel bad that you let him into that wreck. But you're not driving the truck for him, right? I mean, he made his own decision out of that.
Yeah, no, I've been in that situation though too. You just kind of following the guy in front of you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh damn, I didn't know we were switching lanes. So, but it happens. But he's right behind me now, so I think he's all right. His truck was all right.
Oh wow! Well, wherever you move, be mindful if Lucas is going to be staying right behind you. Be mindful of where you go. That way you don't lead him into anything. Yeah. What's he going to take to win here tonight?
A little bit of luck and some patience. So
short and sweet out of that one with Dustin, buddy. Congratulations on stage 2, and good luck the rest of the race. You're in mission 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mission 1. All right, buddy. Good luck. As Dustin Scruggs with Mission 1, Stage 2 winner. You can't control everybody else's truck. You can only drive yours. That's the way that I look at it. Robbie Richards, Eric Zimmerman, Dustin Scruggs up here in the middle of this with Chris Blanchard. Green flag is back in the air. Whoa, Eric Zimmerman caught sleeping at the start. Blanchard slams into his tailgate. Front 2 actually is going to try to get broken away, but we know how the draft is. Right here, Zimmerman goes around. And we got another big one back here in 1 and 2. Zimmerman, I got a feeling might have caused that one right there, Morgan.
Someone get him his blankie. That was night on the restart, and it stacked them all up. And here we are, wadded up in the middle of turn 1 and 2.
Oh, man. Once again, another stack up. That is unfortunate right there. There's just a little bit over 30 laps to go. Watch it right here with a restart. Robbie Richards goes what he needs to right there. Zimmerman just did not go. And check out Lucas Lyons right here trying to roll with Blanchard. And watch what Zimmerman does. Zimmerman's going to come up. Blanchard finds a hole, sneaks it in there. mean, very similar to what we've seen a couple of times right here. And bam, Zimmerman comes up, nails Haney. I think that's Kyle Hess in the 86. Rodriguez gets involved. Keith Bradley gets involved. Guys thinking that they're clear, Morgan, and they're not.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you just you think you can see daylight and everything is great, and all of a sudden, bam, you're in the outside wall, and you get absolutely drilled. But here on this restart, let's look at it again. Just a 94 with just an atrocious start, and then drifted a little bit wide, tried to bring it back, but was about a fender too late, and of course across the nose of the 9, and bang, there it is right there. Huge contact. Some more days ruined here on lap, what is it, lap 70 now?
Yeah, I mean, there you see, watch this right here. Keith Haney, 87. He was back there ways off from every bit of this that was going on. You see the stack up on the outside, and then, I mean, Morgan, you've raced here at Talladega. I have too. We've raced a lot of races here at Talladega. When you see that smoke, and I mean, what's your first reaction when you see smoke like that? What's your very first reaction when you see that?
Well, normally it's to lift, but that's, to some people, that's foreign. Not naming any names. There might be some beef after this. It's hard to say, Jake. But usually it's to lift back out of it, or if I can't, somebody behind me, it's just to try and find a way through it while not going full throttle, basically. Give myself every opportunity to avoid the accident. And if I get caught up in it, I get caught up in it. It is what it is. Sometimes you can't avoid it here at Talladega, but the first objective is to try and find your way through it. And if you can't get through it, just minimize the damage as best you can.
Yeah, and then you hate to see that right there for the Admiral. Keith Bradley in the 29 locks it down. Who else hit him? You may have a little bit of damage. Bradley may be okay. Keith Bradley may be okay. Let's see what Matt Cherry's got right here. See how bad he is right here from Scottsville, Kentucky. See what happens. Just locks it up, sees everything, and just, Morgan, I've talked about it numerous times. When it gets down to these late race situations like this, I feel like you want to be on the bottom of the racetrack. You want to be down there where Matt Cherry was because you have a bailout. You were talking about that earlier with that outside lane, when they're all wrecking and everything's going crazy. You're on top side, you got nowhere to go. Well, when you're down on the bottom like where Matt Cherry was, you have somewhere to go because you have a whole lot of real estate that you can literally go all the way to the inside wall.
Yeah, sometimes if you're in the middle of the corner and you see a crash happen in front of you, you can kind of go up the racetrack a little bit and turn it hard left and try and diamond the corner ever so slightly to avoid the accident. It's worked for me before. It'll work for me again in the future. And the bottom lane is the only place you can do that. You do that from the middle, you're going to right hook somebody and have a lot of angry letters at you after the race.
Yeah, angry letters, angry messages. All that good stuff. You don't want any of that. Dustin Scruggs up here, Stage 2 winner. He's up here at the front. Joshua Suss right behind him. Lucas Lyons, Dylan Cardenas, who won at Martinsville last week, up here in 4th. Dane Hagan has entered the conversation, started 42nd. He's up at 5th. Hey, right there on the left side, everything that's been going on with Nazareth. DSR Electric Truck Series will be at Phoenix. Me and Wesley Outland will be on the call Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Here live on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Obviously, Tuesdays, waiting on the Blanchard's Toyota Xfinity Series to kick off. Wednesdays, we're going to have the Nazareth Cup Series. It'll be back at Auto Club, not a practice race. It will be the official championship to decide the inaugural season of the Nazareth Cup Series on Wednesday nights. Thursdays, whenever Tyler Dittmer I was talking about, whenever he gets back, get that Hot Lap podcast fired back up with him and the president, Brady LaBeouf. And then obviously here tonight, where you're at right now, the C.O.P.S Truck Series, all of them on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. There you see Jordan Jurassic right there with the Christmas lights in the background. Is he staring at us? He's staring at us.
He's staring us down.
He is staring us down, going down pit road going, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about my damn Christmas lights. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I am doing. I am a champion here with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. I know exactly what I'm doing. And Morgan, we talked to him a while ago. That is a good strategy to make right there, to go in and do that right there. That is a killer strategy to be able to do that right there, just to jump down, get gas, all that good stuff. It keeps you at the back, like he was saying. Keeps you at the back, keeps you away from all the chaos.
And when you're at the back, you get the ability to choose whatever lane you want. When you're the last couple cars in line, as long as you don't lose that draft, you can run the bottom, the middle, the top, do whatever you have to do. And there's nobody behind you if you have to bail out of if you have to get on the brakes really quick and bail out of it. There's no one to run you over. So you can just let it unfold in front of you and then piece your way through it once they're all stopped wrecking.
I mean, killer strategies out of that. We may end up talking to Joshua Suss here in just a little bit. We're going to wait because by the time me and him get through talking, they'll already go green, and then we'll end up talking to him while he's under green. Here tonight at Talladega, right there, we're on lap 73, coming to the end of 73, 104. There you see the schedule of what we got. Obviously, first 5 races is done and in the books. Talladega tonight, April the 4th, and then you go all the way to next week. And boy, if that wasn't enough, you hadn't seen enough chaos at Martinsville and Talladega, so we're going to Bristol. It's Bristol, baby! Next Friday night. And then Rockingham, good to be back at Rockingham here with the Nazareth series. And then Watkins Glen, Dean was talking about left-right and using the brakes a while ago. Well, that's exactly where we're going to be right here in about 2 weeks. Go to Watkins Glen, and then Dean's wanting us to go to Long Beach. There's no way. No way we're going to Long Beach. Look, Dean, look,
worse.
We already have the Chicago Street Course. We don't need no Long Beach. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Scruggs up front. Joshua Suss on the outside. Might have got caught sleeping a little bit, or might be helping Lucas Lyons. Blue lights racing. Trying to get something going up here. Suss might have lifted a little bit, let his teammate up. And here comes Lucas Lyons, who got spun around a while ago off the front bumper of Merck. Lyons is going for the lead off turn 2.
Another one of the movers and shakers we've seen today is leading the middle lane. Third lane trying to get going, but not a lot of help. Here comes Rodriguez at the back of the 87. Big push down the middle. They're 5 truck legs back on the top. I bet they'll be right to them as they go into turn number 1. But for now, it's the 11 on the bottom. Trying to keep the spot. Pulls ahead by 1 length in front of Lucas Lyons in the middle of the racetrack.
Yeah, Lyons trying to get this going back here. Joshua Suss trying to help him out. And there you see the 87. Joshua Rodriguez, Keith Haiti in the 87, mind you. Holden McGill in the 33 trying to rock and roll up here, get something going. Haiti's already got up to the 5th lane. Whoa, big slide. Tristan Bruce goes from the middle, found a hole, and made it stick. Jumps right up in front of Keith Haiti. Tristan Bruce wants to lead this outside lane. Suss stuck in the middle. Lyons there as well. Bruce going for it.
Still struggling with help on the high side. The 1 is way too far back for that line to go forward right now. It's going to be the middle with the momentum after a bit of a wobble off of turn number 2. They get it regrouped and righted. The ship is moving forward in turn number 3. Still cannot clear the 11 machine, get even alongside him to get around him here in turn 4.
Yeah, you're riding on board with Dade Hagan right here, started 42nd. He is all the way up to 3rd, up 39 spots. What a night it would be for Dade Hagan to start literally at the caboose of this 45 truck field and get the win here tonight at Talladega, the number 39 entry. Good possibility he is up here when it counts. Now up front, Lucas Lyons went from the middle, jumps up top. Joshua Suss stuck in the middle, Scruggs on the bottom, 3 wide off turn 2.
Look at this. Offset 3 wide on the high side with a rocket of a run. The 3's going to go all the way to the bottom and try and lead the lane down there. Now to the middle. Oh my goodness, that was just about another big one. There it is, right there. Big wreck into turn 3.
Oh, wow. Joshua Suss gets involved. Rodriguez gets involved. Caution is out once again. Moves being made, and not good ones. At that point, that is going to happen. Making moves like that one right there. And might have been Tristan Bruce that started it. Actually, no. Might have been Joshua Suss in the 80. Joshua Suss might have been the one that caused all of that. Did he get a love tap from the back end that set him down the hill? Or what happened to the 80? There you see him on your screen. Morgan, it all happened right there with you, baby. What happened right here with Joshua Suss? I mean, did he just snap loose or did LaBeouf get into it?
Just watching it here for the first time in slow-mo. Looks like might have got spooked by that move to the bottom. A little bit of a checkup there. And then I think that was some netcode, actually. Because it looked like it steered from the front. Around goes the 3. They were nowhere near each other, the 3 and the 80. And all of a sudden, right hooked into the outside wall, right into Rodriguez. So you can get a super slow-mo here from the best producer in the biz. You can just see this thing kind of just steer on its own right there. To the bottom, up to the top, and there goes the one machine into the outside wall.
Morgan, do you think maybe he just got loose right there? But because it really does kind of look like he might have got loose. I mean, you were talking about the net code. It could have been either one right there, honestly.
It's interesting. We haven't seen him get loose there all day. I would find it surprising that in the middle of the racetrack like that it would get light on its feet. But it's possible. I mean, anything's possible here at Talladega. Things happen pretty quickly, as most of the field just found out.
There you see Lucas Line. Oh boy, our producer's wanting us to bring up Joshua Suss. Boy, he is trying to get me cussed out right now. I got a feeling we bring Joshua Suss up here, he's probably going to be talking. He's probably going to be absolutely ticked right now. But we'll see if we can bring him up. We'll bring him on up here. Joshua Suss up here on the broadcast. But Josh, did you just get loose right there, or what happened?
No. Well, what I did get was about 8 minutes of optional, so that's always fun. No, just, Merc and his friends. Just Merc and his friends. So Tristan did exactly what the 44 and what the 60's been doing all race, and just cutting people's noses, late blocks, stacked everything up, and I got turned. So.
A little bit of sugar and a whole lot of.
And I'm sure the YouTube is going to love that.
That's exactly what we got right there. We got beef. Sorry, I hit the shake and bake right there for some reason or another. I hit a shake and bake soundbite. I was trying to hit the we got beef one, but I mean, Josh, you talking about that? I mean, they've been making them moves literally all night, because I mean they have been making aggressive moves. But I guess it sucks, when you get involved off of somebody else's moves.
Yeah, I mean, I called it that he was going to cut my nose and take the lane, and then he went all the way to the bottom. I was like, oh, we're not. And then he came right back at the very last second and stacked us up going into 3. But I don't know. Something about that group at Superspeedway is just irritating.
Ooh. Alrighty. Well, Joshua Suss, buddy. Wow. Hate it for you, bud. Appreciate your time, and we'll see you next week, I guess.
That sounds good.
Well, you only got 8 minutes optional, so you may be able to pull it off. You never know. They may all wreck here in a minute. You never know. But appreciate your time, bud.
Steering's off, but not too bad, so we might be able to do something.
We'll see what happens, Josh. Appreciate your time.
No problem.
We'll send him back down there. Morgan, he's calling shots right now at some of these guys. I mean, and you can't blame him. You can't blame him, for taking some shots like that, especially, when you had the right strategy, you qualified good, you was up there at the front, and people make those kind of moves and everything else. I mean, drivers can only hold their tongues for so long.
That's true, and chat's the same way. I see Kristen Bruce in chat here lighting it up on this field right now. We got beef. Everyone's made moves like this all night, and absolutely correct on that one. We've seen a lot of noses chopped here tonight, a lot of ill-advised and ill-timed maneuvers causing big issues throughout the pack all night here at Talladega.
Yeah, a couple of them's been making those moves and all that good stuff as well. Okay, so well, we're hearing from our producer. We was talking about somebody was calling for the 85 to win, but it turns out that's BS. He's calling BS on something. So good job for Bill the Masshole out there. Hey, real quick, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the Dazzler 360 Racing Network. Keep up with all your favorite leagues, all your favorite drivers, all your good stuff.
Your favorite producers,
favorite producers.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah, absolutely. Dean's over here cracking some jokes over here. There's your schedule on the left side right here. This is some good stuff right here. So we'll see what happens here on this restart. Let's see if they stack them up. Let's see if we get anything as well. Oh boy, everybody's lighting this up right here. Those moves cause people's races.
They do.
No nose was chopped. Oh. We love it. We're hearing a little bit of crank it up right here. Dean's wanting to crank it up. We're cranking it up right there on the live chat. I'll tell you what, we haven't done it in a while, Dean. We haven't done it in quite a while right here. You don't want to do it. Well, then we're cranking up the live chat then. We'll see what happens. Also out there, Bill the Masshole. I should have been more clear during the wreck. He got bounced around. Well, he did. I mean, looked like he kind of got bounced around. Well, let's see what happens. Lucas Lyons up here with Dustin Scruggs, Keith Haney, Dade Hagen, Dylan Cardenas up here at the front. Green flag back in the air. Brady LaBeouf, 31. He's up here. Kevin Edwards. Haven't talked about him all night. The number 7 started 21st. He's up here in the mix. And the Bulldog, last season's winner of this race, Adam Newton up here in the mix off turn 2.
Here we go one more time down the backstretch here, side by side. Just like every restart. Oh, Lyons, just a big push, big wiggle. Oh my goodness, just about wrecked in front of the field for the second time tonight. Wouldn't that be a story? But the middle lane's going to keep it rolling here. The 11 might get back to the point. Going to drop down in front of Lyons. 39's going to lead that outside line for, I think, the first time here tonight. Dane Hagen, great run.
Yeah, Hagen doing fantastic. LaBeouf lined right up behind him, and Adam Newton up here as well. The power of the unicorn is still alive up here at the front. Edwards went down a little bit, got loose through the tri-oval. Here comes Hagen with LaBeouf and Newton. Down on the bottom side, Dustin Scruggs getting the shove from Lyons. Now Lyons shifts lanes, goes from the bottom to the middle lane. Up top, Tiny Horse Rod Johnson trying to get a third lane going off turn 2.
You saw there the 38 squeeze the 83 into the outside wall, killed the momentum of the high line, but here they go. They got it back working. They're going to be up at the front here in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Lyons trying to lead the middle again. The 11's on the bottom. We're going to be 3 wide all the way across that front row as they exit turn 4 and go back to Jake Reeves at the spotter stand.
And here we go. Here comes Tiny Horse with Luke Smith lined right up behind him. Another unicorn out there in the field. Tristan Bruce sliding back up here up on the outside lane. Inside lane, straight up dead. Scruggs, Haney, they're slipping back. Lucas Lyons and Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson up here. Now Lyons jumps down. Hagen jumps down. They jump down in the middle lane. Here comes that outside lane. They're thinking about jumping down. Hagen almost gets turned off. Scruggs, Tiny Horse. Here comes Brady off turn 2.
Oh, look at the moving and shaking. The middle lane is where it's at right now. The 48 just gained 5 spots from the exit of turn 2 to where we are in the middle of the backstretch. And Lyons leads ahead of 3 wide behind him. Oh my goodness, this is not going to end well. You can tell right now, you got that feeling in the pit of your stomach. All these drivers do for sure, as we're under 25 to go at Talladega.
3 wide all the way through the field. Tiny Horse trying to roll up here with Luke Smith right behind him. Brady LaBeouf had a hell of a run off turn 2, but had nowhere to go. Hagen was there, and he had to lift. So we'll see what happens. Actually, that was Lucas Lyons he about ran into. Lyons still stuck in the middle. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson up top. Luke Smith lined up right behind him. Dade Hagen, 39, leads off turn 2.
Craziness. 41 positions that 39 truck has gained here this evening. But here comes the 38. Trying to roll the high line. Going to be 3 wide here into 3 again. The whole field. Where are you going to go if there's an accident? The answer? Hold your foot to the floor and hope for the best right now. Crazy racing here at Talladega once again. Never disappoints.
Yeah, I mean, literally hold my beer action is what's going on right here in the field. Hagen still with the lead. Scruggs down there on the bottom side with Lyons and Tiny Horse going for that 3 wide battle. Couple of guys way back here, about 4 or 5 of them back here in a single file line. That's exactly where I would be. I wouldn't be up here in the middle of all this. I would be way back there. Hagen still leads, but Lyons trying to make a run, and Tiny Horse trying to get that outside kicked up.
4 wide, 5 lanes back. It's the 60 trying to get back to the front. That truck was on its side 30 laps ago, and here he is up in the top 20. 39 push below the line. Oh, we're moving and shaking up at the front. We're wrecking up at the front into the outside wall. Still 4 wide. What is going on? This is chaos up here. And the whole field disintegrates for just a second. They'll be back in just a little bit.
Damn, and they saved it too. All of that, they saved it. I have no idea how they saved it. That right there was a wreck, and it just didn't happen. That was a caution, folks. That was a Serve Pro caution, but it never happened right there. Door banging, moving around, and guess who comes out of it? Brady LaBeouf. Will show that he's from Louisiana, but now from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide up at the front.
Look at the 31, 34 spots gained here tonight. Robert Richards We saw him go backwards earlier. Here's the blinker in the middle of the field who dropped through this field earlier. He is up on the high side, and look at Matt Lee. Remember, that truck got turned off Lucas Lyons' nose. Lucas Lyons, who's inside right now. He's back at the front. A lot of movers and shakers throughout this field here tonight.
And all the chaos, we ended up almost missing our 20 to go Premier Racing Setups. Go side by side with you right here as we see Lee and all of them sliding by. Premier Racing Setups, you need one, you know where to go. PremierRacingSetups.com. Enter the codes of Nazra or Jake57. Get 15% off your entire order. And also 15% gets kicked back to either organization. And folks, if you want the setups, the best setups that iRacing has to offer, go check them out. PremierRacingSetups.com. They are 3 wide going into 3, Morgan.
And just for a second, Matt Lee got the lead back, but it's gone. Ryan Johnson was able to snag it from him, and we're still 3 wide at the front of this field and all the way through this field. Unbelievable racing we've seen here tonight. Who is it going to be, chat? Who's going to win this thing in 19 laps time?
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea at this point. I mean, literally chaos could pop off in the blink of an eye right here. MDW Matthew David Wood has slid back up here. He says, "I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. I'm the man for the job." To the outside, Tiny Horse gonna give him the shove. Lee stuck in the middle. LaBeouf down on the bottom side. He's got Newton lined up right behind him. 3 wide for the lead. Once again off turn 2.
Merck one more time tries 4 wide, and he's going to get a little bit out of it here. Look at the run the 60's going to get there. Door banging on the backstretch. Contact. He's getting turned. Turn the field in front of the field again. Another wreck.
And that was bound to happen right there. It was bound to happen, and one night it did. Shades of Garth Brooks. Papa Love Mama. That's exactly what that was right there. It was bound to happen. One night it did, and that, I mean, Morgan, you was calling that right there. Literally, you kept saying Mark's getting those 4 wide runs and shoving it 4 wide on the outside. I mean, it was bound to screw up one way or another. That 4 wide wasn't going to work all night long.
And he's in the outside wall here all the way through 1 and 2, just trying to get that momentum. And it was right here. The lane went to the high side. You could see he got some positive momentum going right here. But then the truck in the middle there started to go to the high side as well, stuffed him in the wall even more. And then once you start door banging, you can't stop. Door bang and download, check it out on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. And all of a sudden, we're wrecked here into turn number 3.
Well, thank you, Morgan. I appreciate the plug on that one. But there
I'm pretty
you
good
see,
at what I do.
Thank you very much. Yes, you are. And there you see it right there. I mean, a couple of them get involved. 22 back there. I believe, is that Brandon Broadfoot? Yes, it is. Brandon Broadfoot gets involved. Luke Smith got involved. A couple of others get involved. Check out Raul Meza talking about Serve Pro cautions. Hell, why not? Let's get the Serve Pro truck, see what he looked like right here. That on the bottom side right here. And he started back there literally almost dead last. Started 44th in the field. Let's see what happens to Raul Meza. See what happens. There you see the door banging, the contact. He lifts. Huck almost runs him over. Meza gonna dirt track it in the grass, son. That's how you do it right there. He wasn't on his phone that time around. He literally said it. He was paying attention. Worked out for him. Here's where it all popped off right here with Luke Smith, Isaac Bevan into 27 right there. I mean, you know, Luke's just trying to gather the truck up right there. I mean, would you call that more or less a racing incident, Morgan? Because that's what it looks like. But, I mean, it was initiated by a 4 wide attempt.
Yeah, if you're not going to blame it on the guy who put it 4 wide and put him in that position, I would say, yes, it's a racing incident, because that's just 4 trucks going for 3 trucks worth of space. And all of a sudden, the 83 is bouncing around 4, 5, 6 times. We got Dean counting in my ear, and all of a sudden, we're wrecking in front of the field. 27 turned hard into the outside wall. And a lot of wrecked race trucks almost over the catch fence. Going to wreck that party, too, here at Talladega.
Yeah, 6 door bangs literally right there from, turn 2 all the way to turn 3. I mean, that's how hard they was door banging. There you see a couple of them right here. Robbie Richards is right there stuck in the middle of that right there as well. He's right on board with Isaac Bevan. Robbie Richards right behind him. We saw him blinking earlier on. Let's see if Robbie gets involved, see if he's able to sneak through. Looks like Richards was able to sneak through it right there. There you see Bevan. There's Blanchard, Chris Blanchard, who's been so good at Superspeedways here in Nazareth. He just has not been able to catch any luck, here tonight. So Hate to see that right there. We're seeing a couple of you wanting to chime it out right there. Where's the beef with Merc? He's Superman. He keeps wrecking, keep coming back. Yeah, but problem
If he'd
is,
stop
when he
wrecking, there wouldn't be
wrecks-
so much beef, I guess, hey?
Well, if he quit, I mean, when he wrecks, people get involved. That's, that's the only bad part about it. Before we have some keyboard warriors come at me, I will say that, you know, there's been a couple of them where he hasn't caused, but most of them he has. There you see MDW Matthew David Wood, 16 laps to go. He's up here at the front. Let's have a little chat with Mr. Wood if we can find him up here. They've been calling him, you know, as he's got the new cab right here rocking. Folks, they call this man the weatherman. Thank you very much for the cheers, but they call this man the weatherman of Nazareth because he keeps up with a lot of the weather. There you go. How's the weather? How's the weather, Wood? What are we looking like?
I mean, it's been pretty rough. I mean, down here in West Virginia, it's flooding, but apparently that wasn't enough to get us out of school, so had to rowboat myself home. But yeah, it's been pretty nasty. I've just been all over the place looking at people and calling people and trying to make sure everyone's all right, because it has. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. What's been this beginning of the year, and I mean, we're not even into May yet, so hurricane season coming up now. So now I got to worry about that. So.
Well, actually, I was talking about the weather here tonight at Talladega. How's that looking?
Well,
I had to. I'm sorry.
Well, the Sunoco sign's looking pretty. Sunoco sign's looking pretty nice, so I guess that's a plus. Everything else is, at least for people like Merc, it ain't looking too good. I don't guess.
Golly, boy, everybody taking shots at Merc tonight. Everybody's taking shots. Well, I mean, but I mean, why? I mean, why are y'all taking shots at him? Because you know, some of them's defended him in the live chat, but some of them's defended him. But you know, a lot of y'all are going after him.
I mean, I've just seen him in quite a bit of wreck. I've just saying that he's having a hard time. He hasn't done anything to me yet. But
Yet, but yeah,
I love the yet.
I mean, it's like, why not? But like, you know.
Oh, I gotta call some kind of. Yeah. Where's your cars at?
In a box to my right. I got to put them up still. I got to clean the carpet, move everything around. I still got to do that. We're sorting through papers and everything in here. So that's why I'm giving you a nice little new view I tried. And
that is a killer view right there. Well, we'll see if we can see that view. Maybe depending on how the... Yeah, you go. Show us the wheel movement. There you go, buddy. All right, Wood, we'll let you get back to it, buddy. Good luck.
All right, God bless.
MDW, going back over to Mission 1 Esports over there with Brady LaBeouf and Scruggs, Holden McGill, Justin White, all those guys over there. Well, here we go. Back for a restart. 14 to go at the line. Are we going to go 14 all the way? Or are we going to have another caution? MDW started 37th in the field. He's up there at the front. He will lead them to the green flag. Watch them all shoot right by here at the start-finish line. Wood goes from the bottom up to the top after the line. Good call on that one. Here goes Wood up top in front of Ryan Johnson. Tristan Bruce up here in the middle of this. Lee's going to get up here. Everybody's starting to migrate to the middle lane off turn 2.
3-car breakaway on the high side at the front of the field here, and they're fighting for the 4th spot right behind him. Great restart for those top 3, choreographed quite well, and we're 3 wide. Dane Hagen going to the top side. That's LaBeouf, apologies, trying to make this thing happen up here in the 31. The 38 got pushed out of line there. Lee's trying to make some moves. It's getting feisty, but the front caution's out.
And the caution's out. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it was. We're hearing Isaac Bevan in the 27. Something happened to Isaac Bevan. You know what? I have no idea. I'm looking. I have no idea. I can't see anything with Isaac Bevan. We'll see right here. As far as the producer, our great producer who's done a fantastic job here this evening, Mr. Dean Hopton, he just loses it right there. Well, I tell you what. Well, Morgan, you know, we were talking about guys getting loose and going into 3 and everything, but you know, with these damage models that they updated all the time here on iRacing, you think maybe he's just got so much damage, he's just getting loose?
I would definitely say that truck is aero compromised, looking at the lack of deck lid and the banged up spoiler there. He's got no side force on that thing, so Yeah, I'm not surprised that it went around on him. I mean, that thing is absolutely destroyed from all these accidents today. He was the one who backed it up into the outside wall and then the catch fence just a few laps ago. And yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he's pretty much tore up out of that one. We'll go ahead and we'll just call it that right there. He is tore up, but he's trying to salvage anything that he can here tonight. Obviously, Points Poppers Instant Replay. Thank you very much to Points Poppers for what they do here with Nazareth. I tell you what, folks, let's take one more commercial break. We'll bring you back for the finish. Who's going to win it here tonight at Talladega for the DSR Electric 275? Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega. We'll see kind of what happens right here with this. We'll bring up a driver up here. He's sitting currently third in the lineup right now as we're still single file as of right now. Bring him up right here. Looking, I'm trying to figure out where the hell he's at. Actually, oh, yeah, right here. Catch Fence Motorsports. Sitting in the third spot, Tristan Bruce. We'll bring him up here. Tristan, buddy, it's looking pretty good up there. You know, before you started third, you up here at the front, got a shot to win it. What are you thinking about the racing here this evening?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's been pretty good, pretty exciting too. Yeah, I finished top 5, I think, in the first stage, and I finished third in the second stage. So, what I need is points tonight, and I've gotten that. I'm sitting 19th in the standing, so had a pretty rough start to the season. But tonight's been looking good. I just hope to stay clean for these last. We'll probably go to green with 10 to go. So, you know, hopefully it can just go green smoothly. But I'm sure we'll have a few more watt ups.
Yeah, good possibility. And talking about watt ups, you know, we've interviewed a couple of drivers, and a couple of them has actually been taking shots at your new buddy, Jeff Merck, on some of the racing he's done. I mean, would you defend him? And if you was going to defend, which I'm sure you will, but if you defend him, you know, how would you defend some of the moves that he's made going 4 wide and, you know, putting it in real tight holes and all that good stuff? I mean, how would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, 4 wide, it's okay if we can get it. And honestly, I think the truck that was underneath Merck when Merck went 4 wide that last few laps ago, I think the truck under him was more like a pinball, and you know, I think that was more of a racing deal than anything. But TJ's been very inconsistent with Catch Fence Motorsports tonight, so and I heard Joshua Suss say Merck and his friend, so that's a shot at us. But you know, I was on the outside, moved down to the bottom, then moved back up to block the middle lane, and that wasn't what caused it. It did look like Suss got loose. I'm not sure why he got turned there, but we're going to try to get Catch Fence Motorsports a W tonight.
It's all about the beef.
That's right.
I always love to try to throw the entertainment up there. I'll key it up. Well, it takes me a minute to try to find it. There you go. We'll key up the graphic. That'll be fine. I'll pull the soundbite here in a little bit. Tristan,
there you go.
Good luck, buddy, and good luck with the finish, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jacob.
That was Tristan Bruce, and before they get over here, if I can find it, because we've got it. I mean, we've had it all night. We got beef right here, Joe. I mean, we've had it all night at this point, Morgan, buddy. I mean, we've had beef all over this place. I mean, we're gonna have beef. We're gonna have beef till the cows come home at this point.
I think beef. There's steaks falling from the ceiling. Beef everywhere.
That's what's for dinner. Well, let's see Let's see what happens right here. MVW, Tiny Horse Ride Johnson up here. Both of them start outside the top 30. They've got a shot to get up here as well. Tristan Bruce started third, so he's up here. Matt Cherry, we saw him get caught up in a couple accidents. He's up here in the middle of this as well. Adam Newton up here, the top 5. Bulldog can really pull it off if they pop something off, and he's able to find a hole. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Wood gasses up, and he will try to get going. Cherry's going to try to line up with him. Obviously teamed up right there with Mission 1 Esports. They're going to try to get going. Now Tiny Horse all by himself on the bottom side. Cherry, Wood, they're going to line up. Here comes Bruce with Lee. Newton's going to line up with Tiny Horse, and they're going to have a run down on the bottom side off 2.
It's 2 versus 4 here on the backstretch. But here comes Lyons. Here comes LaBeouf trying to catch up and make this an even bigger battle. 3 wide, the 3 peaks to the inside. Just talk to him. Where's he going to go now? He got blocked to the bottom, got blocked to the outside. They're door banging. Oh my goodness, that was just about another big one here from 3rd spot. 2 by 2 at the front of the field, and it is not over yet. 10 to go. 9 when they get to the line, this time by.
Oh, baby, it's getting hot right now. It is getting absolutely hot. I'm over here sweating at this point. There is no telling what's going to happen. 9 to go at the line. Wood still has the lead. Bruce and Lee behind him. Up on the top side, Lucas Lyons with help from Stephen Thomas. Have not talked about Stephen Thomas all night long. Starting 40th, he's up here on that outside lane trying to roll with Lucas Lyons and Tiny Horse and LaBeouf and Newton on the bottom.
This is the time of the night where you don't take your foot off that throttle pedal. If you get a run, you take it for everything it's worth. And that's what all these drivers are doing here. We see drivers slicing, dicing through the field. 21's got no help now. The whole high side is going to fall back just a little bit. I don't know what to say, Jake. This is just unbelievable what we're seeing here. The racing's been intense.
Yeah, it's been intense all night long, and it's only going to get worse at this point. As far as the intensity goes, it's only going to get more intense. Lucas Lyons will go to the front. Tristan Bruce lined up right behind him. Now Lee's going to get the shove in the middle lane. How about the man that started on the outside of the front row, John Freeman, the new man?
Oh, big wreck. Big wreck back in the
we're
field.
slipping his slide back here. One no caution. Now the caution
he's
comes
up and
out.
over.
It's Lane Edwards over.
Kevin Edwards going the Clint Boyer route down the backstretch here. Oh my goodness, the camera has gone away because he's on his roof. This is unbelievable stuff. He's trying to gas it up and go, but it won't go.
Wow.
Unreal stuff.
And Edwards is gone. He has to tow. We'll take it back. Get you the Points Poppers instant replay. See what happens. There you see Kevin Edwards right there. About all this kind of popped off right there. There you see Lyons and Bruce. They jump down on that middle lane. Edwards up here. See what happens to him. Was there door banging? Was there contact? No, he just got straight up turned. He tried to check up for Newton. Edwards gets tagged by Haney. They get set up into the outside retaining wall. Edwards goes up, and it comes off the wall, comes straight down across the nose of Justin White, and bam! Straight up into the wall. Edwards goes over on his lid, and caution out once again, Justin White. Boy, his struggles continue. And there you see Edwards literally sliding down through there. It does not roll back over on all fours. Edwards is done for the evening. Once again, one more look. There you see Dylan Cardenas. Good run for him in that 15 up there. But there you see Edwards riding on board with him. It was a little bit of a stack up. I said it was Newton, but actually that was Cardenas right there in front of him. Just a little bit of a stack up right here. Edwards tries to get out of the gas, and Haney gets him.
And what do you think this sliding on the roof? Is that a hang 10 in racing? What would you say about that, Jake?
I'd say so. That's what it looks like. I mean, literally, it's hang 10. But what shocks me, honestly, with these trucks, Morgan, you can chime in on this. Is these are way different than say the Xfinity cars or the Cup cars that we run here with Nazareth. These trucks, how the roofs and everything is all the way up higher and very thin compared to the cars. It shocks me that the truck just slid all the way on its roof and it never actually rolled over back on its wheels. It kind of shocked me about that.
Definitely a lot of surface area, or a lot less surface area, on these trucks than it is on the Xfinity car and Cup car, like you mentioned there. And yeah, there's not a lot of space that you could just slide perfectly on the roof. 00 had a big hit there. Golly, we missed that on the initial one. Yeah, he he clobbered that wall.
Yeah, 00 was Huck Wigginton. There you see Edwards was up in the fence, came down. Obviously, traffic coming. Justin White gets involved. And he is not from Scotland. We'll just go ahead and throw that out there. That's fake news, obviously. There is Huck Wigginton right there. Huck tries to get it straight back out. Oh,
Boom.
God. Hits the wall head on. And from
Tesla's gonna have to go to the
Tennessee.
shop.
Yeah, Tesla's got to go to the shop. Yeah, he actually. Does he have Tesla on the front of the thing?
Sure does.
Does he really? I did not know that. Oh, okay. Well, still, I mean, he went all the way to space then if he's got SpaceX on there. There you go.
SpaceX on the back, Tesla on the front.
Wow.
It's junked regardless.
Wow.
That's a failed mission. That's for sure.
Man. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's bring up the leader. Obviously, Ports Popper's great sponsor with Nazareth. Thank them for sponsoring the instant replays that we get. We'll bring up our race leader.
I got this one,
Lucas
Jake.
Lyons. Go ahead, Morgan. You take it away, buddy.
Lucas Lyons, I've seen you all night. You've been turned in front of the field. You've turned somebody in front of the field. What's it going to take? 6 to go here to get this thing done.
Hopefully what it's definitely going to take is the Catch Fence Motorsports not being freaking tornadoes in this race.
Beef!
It's bad, man. But it's definitely going to take a lot of luck and work with the teammates I got up here, and hopefully try to get a 1-2-3 for our team.
So how many more drivers? Sorry, Jake. How many more drivers will go off your front bumper here tonight?
Hopefully none. I mean, Lee came down in my opinion. I mean, they want to keep trying to cut people's noses off, and I'm not going to have that. So how I see it, he turned himself, but I got a fast Florida cabinet distributors Silverado, and we'll see what we can do.
The 88's looking quick tonight. You've been up at the front all day, and good luck out there, Lucas, unless Jake's got anything for you here as we round turn number 2. Trying to get this thing back going here. 5 laps to go.
I mean, spoken like a professional, buddy. I ain't got nothing else for that. Luke, buddy, appreciate your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Lucas Lyons. Boy, everybody taking shots at Catch Fence guys tonight. Goodness. Morgan, do you agree with the beef that they're having? I mean, do you agree with that? Because I mean, literally everybody's taking shots at them.
Whether or not they are at fault, when you make yourself an easy target by making all the aggressive moves, even if it turns out just fine and there's no accidents, people still don't like it when you make those aggressive moves that they maybe are or aren't capable of, they maybe are or aren't willing to do. When you're 10/10ths aggressive all the time, people just get upset. That's just the way that it is. Joey Logano, Jamie McMurray got called out every plate race that they ever raced because they were aggressive, but those are 2 Daytona 500 champions. So sometimes you got to be aggressive to win these races.
Yeah, I mean that is true. I mean, and folks, obviously we're commentators. We're not trying to pick sides. Hey, we're letting them speak for themselves. That's the drivers that's saying that. So y'all don't come at us with the beef, I guess, on that. I mean, that's them. They're making their decisions on it. And we'll see what happens up here. Tristan Bruce up here at the front on the inside. Lucas Lyons elects to start on the outside of the front row. So we'll see what happens right here. Coming to 4 laps to go. Got to wait till Lucas fires off. Green flag back in the air. Lucas Lyons gets the shove from Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. Adam Newton very quiet here tonight. And your pick, John Freeman, up here in this mix, Morgan. He's got a shot right here. The new man in town has something to prove here tonight at Talladega. Could get the win. Now, here goes Lucas Lyons. He's falling back. Here comes the Catch Fence guys on the bottom. Bruce to the lead.
Here we roll down the backstretch. Lyons going 3 wide to the top side. He's got a push behind him. He's going to split. Caution is out. Oh, goodness. Another parking lot down the back here. The super stretch, or is it the Alabama Gang super stretch? I think that's what it is, right? Right, Jake? Correct me on that.
Yeah. Alabama Gang super stretch. Jeff Merck involved. Others involved. see kind of what happens. I think it starts back here around the Thomas Cohick in the 04, Dean. I believe that might have been where it started. And, I mean, you see the action back here with Cohick back here, the 67, Nick Sacco in the house. Nick Sacco, haven't talked about him all night long. There you see Cohick right here stuck in the middle. Caustic down there on the bottom side as well. Looked like a little bit of a stack up right here, Morgan. That's honestly what it looked like. Everybody stacks up. Sacco tries to get on the brakes, gets Cohick. Caustic comes down and got another caution.
Yeah, someone was playing the accordion up at the front, and they paid the price in the back of the field. Around goes the 04, as you mentioned there, and a couple other trucks taken out along the way. But in this situation, I mean, there's nothing you can do. You have to lift, or else you're going to knock the nose off of it. And the guy behind you never seems to lift quite fast enough. That's just a Talladega special.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is right there. Everybody breaking, trying to break and trying to get stopped right on board Jeff Merck. He's had his share of a couple of incidents tonight. He goes all the way down to the bottom. He didn't go low enough, I don't reckon. But there you see Merck comes around. Too. Yeah, he did. Caught the wall right there with the back end. See what happens. I mean, Richards right there, he got nailed, got sent down. I mean, even if Merck went all the way down to the inside wall, he still would have probably got nailed right there. Watch Robbie Richards right here as well. Innocent bystanders, I guess, is the one thing about this, though, Morgan, here at Talladega, where they end up being innocent bystanders, and then, there's nothing that you can do in this instance. You see Cohick, Sacco right here. Robbie's just right there and just in a bad spot right there. There it is.
Yeah, as the 48, you don't expect the 04 to turn it back right across the field. You would expect him to continue his slide left. And where the 48 was, he was perfectly fine in a spot where there was going to be no issue, but the 48 yanked it back, or the 04 yanked it back right, trying to save it, and all of a sudden, instead of a 2-car accident, it's an 8-car accident. That is just Talladega, the way that it goes. I've been the 48 and I've been the 04. It's just like you can't avoid it at this place.
No, you can't avoid none of that, to be honest with you. You see a couple others up here. See if we can bring a couple of drivers in here. I tell you what, he has been quiet tonight, and I know if I bring him in here, I'm going to probably jinx him, and I hope I don't. But the Bulldog, Adam Newton, bring him in. He started 27th in the field. He's up to 7th. I know he's probably cussing me under his breath because I brought him in here. He's afraid that I'm going to end up jinxing him. But Adam, buddy, you've been very quiet tonight. Is it ready to let that unicorn, are we ready to let it loose right here?
Yeah, I hope the Magic Camel can come out the truck, but I don't know, man. You can't get no runs in these things right now.
You can't get no runs. Is it just with everybody, maybe, people making moves and everything else, or is it just how the truck is, or just how the build and everything is?
It's how the set is. It creates a bubble, and you really got to stick your nose out to get past that bubble. But the trucks, it's like once you push somebody up, it stalls out. So it's gonna be a wild last 3 laps. It's gonna be wild.
We'll see what happens. Power of the Unicorn. Murphy's out there in the live chat. He's pulling he's pulling for you as well. And Adam, you know how to get this done. You won the last. Well, it wasn't the last time we was here at Talladega, but this race last season, the very first Talladega race that we ran in season 9, you won that race. So you got the experience, that's for sure, to be able to try to pull it off.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a little bit of good luck, but we'll see how it goes. And thanks to Murph for sponsoring us, and hopefully get a good finish.
All righty, Blue Line Racing right there for Adam Newton. We'll see what he can do. Adam, appreciate your time, bud.
Thanks.
Send him back down there to the Blue Line Racing guys. And, oh, boy. There you see the schedule. And if it wasn't crazy enough, we go to Bristol next week, then Rockingham, Watkins Glen, Texas. Morgan, with these races, take Talladega out, the next 4 right there, what's one that you would be looking forward to the most?
As a driver or as a commentator?
Both.
Well, as a driver, it's Rockingham, 100%. That place is phenomenal in the truck. So much fun to drive. I'm glad NASCAR is finally going back there. as a broadcaster, I'm here for the chaos. Give me Bristol every day of the week, and let's see some. You think there's beef tonight? There'll be a lot of beef next week and fill that whole infield with cows, and still wouldn't have enough beef as would be on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. I tell you what, I love the chaos and everything, and I wouldn't mind it, for Bristol and everything. But, that first one that you talked about, as a driver and as a broadcaster, Rockingham would probably be the one that I would pick for both of them, honestly, just because of Rockingham, with the history and the tradition and everything that track provides. It's always a good time to sit there and race there and also watch some racing at Rockingham, which is pretty cool that NASCAR is putting it back on the schedule, letting the trucks and the Xfinity cars go back to Rockingham. I'm not 100% why they wanted to do it Easter weekend. Maybe some beef later on down the road for that. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's see if we can settle it here tonight at Talladega. Overtime, green-white checkered attempt right here. Number one, remember they are unlimited attempts. Let's see who gets it done here tonight at Talladega. Tristan Bruce will lead them back to the green flag. Matthew Lee down on the inside trying to choreograph that with Catch Fence Motorsports. Green flag back in the air. Bruce gets away, and he will jump down to the bottom side, jump down right in front of Lee. The new man in the house, John Freeman, up here on the outside. Nobody going with the new man, but one guy will. That's MDW. Lucas Lyons trying to fire off on that inside lane. Freeman trying to roll on the outside.
And they're spinning behind him. The 15's around. Caution is out. There he is. Lazy slide, minimal damage. Careful on that rejoin. Golly. But we keep it going here. One car accident. You can re-rack them and do it again.
Yeah, re-rack them, restack them, do it again. There you see Dylan Cardatis right here on this Pulse Poppers instant replay. See what happens right here. From what it looked like, when we were live, Morgan just a bad bump draft. I think that might have been what it was.
Yeah, something like that. They're offline a little bit, possibly a late block. Oh, it was just a late move and a late block. One of those, green-white checker situations. You got to block everything. You got to take every run. Just mistimed it a little bit. And the good news, the only thing he's going to lose out on is track position. Truck looks fine, didn't hit anything. Maybe put some tires on it since you're already at the back anyway, and let it rip again.
Yeah, he got really lucky right there with that wall kind of popping down there. Yeah, awesome save. Kind of looked like a Bobby Labonte save, when I was here back whenever it was. Morgan, that was when they had the Allison grandstands on the backstretch, and I watched the Xfinity race there, and I think it was Bobby Labonte. I think it was somebody that spun down there on the backstretch, spun all the way around, and they was able to save it, didn't hit the inside rotative wall. Watch this, riding on board with Dylan Cardatis. There you see it, spun around, has the wheel cocked all the way to the right, all the way around. Great save right there by the Martinsville winner right there, Dylan Cardatis. Ends up getting it back. Like you said, the only thing he lost was track position, but hey, track position, sometimes it really doesn't matter here. They could all wad him up, and they could all wad him up, and he could be back up there at the front before you know it. Folks, I tell you what, this is running a little bit long. We'll take one more quick commercial break, bring you back for the finish here tonight at Talladega. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega. Tristan Bruce up here at the front. Matthew Lee up here as well. Remember, Matthew Lee was your Stage 1 winner. Dustin Scruggs was your Stage 2 winner. Seeing a couple of you out there in the live chat. Couple of frowny faces, couple of cussing faces out there from Mama Merck, Don Merck out there. And trust me, we feel your pain. I mean, we really do. I was trying to look there. You saw Jeff Merck a second ago. I was trying to look for the new man in the house, John Freeman. I do not see John Freeman in any of the chats, so I have no idea where he is at. I have no idea where he's at. I cannot find him. Not 1 minute. I mean, not 1 bit of this can I find him. So I don't know. I tell you what, you want to bring somebody up here, get some controversy going, because we always love to get the controversy going.
Yeah, hey, they don't call me the pit lizard pit for nothing, baby. Go get the shirt.
Keith Bradley, the animal Keith Bradley, got him up here as well. Keith, buddy, I mean, what a night here tonight at Talladega. I mean, buddy, I mean, you're taking the race so far.
It's been eventful. If that's a word for it. Been a night.
Well, I mean, you got caught up in a couple of wrecks and everything else. You think you can get that 29 back to the front?
We're what, P11? We got all the damage fixed. We're good. We're good. I'm sending it. We're either bringing the steering wheel back, or I mean, you see what just happened there. You throw a block, I'll let you have it, and then you throw a second block, I'm not lifting. That's how it is sometimes.
Oh boy! Oh well.
Didn't want it to happen, but anyway. That's a teammate.
There you go. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Oh! I didn't even know you was with Mission One Esports and all of this. I didn't even pay no attention to that.
Brady's on Speed Show with me and Holden.
Oh. Well, I'm crossed up then because okay. Well, but I'll put you back in the other chat then.
Yeah. I'm with them tonight, so we got numbers for.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. All right, well, Keith, buddy, well, good luck and bring the steering wheel back. At least try to bring that damn thing back at this point after it all.
We're gonna bring something back, either a headache or trophy.
All righty, well, Keith Bradley, buddy, appreciate your time.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I meant to tell you about that one. Actually, yeah. I mean, the time set for this thing was 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's how long the race is supposed to go. The elapsed time is literally 10 minutes to go. So they got to try to get 10 minutes done right here, or we're going to end this thing the way that it is. So hopefully they will go ahead and get it straightened out and get it back going right here. Tristan Bruce back up at the front. Matthew Lee, Lucas Lyons, John Freeman, Ryan Johnson. The top five, green flag back in the air. Bruce tries to gas up. He will get away and once again jump down in front of his catch fence motorsports teammate Matthew Lee. Freeman, once again, no help up top except for MDW Matthew David Wood. Going to wear out his tailgate. Bruce up here at the front. Lyons trying to see if he can get clear. He thinks about it coming off turn two.
Lyons, one of these guys who is not working with teammates up at the front of the field, trying to play spoiler like I had mentioned earlier in the show. He's getting alongside there, creeping up slowly but surely as the runs start to form behind him. We might get to the white flag here, Jake. We just about might make this thing official as we roll turns 3 and 4 for potentially the second to last time tonight. Take it away, Mr. Redneck Announcer.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Tristan Bruce up here at the front, still has the lead. Here comes Matthew Lee trying to latch right onto his tailgate. Will we get that white flag? And we get that white flag. Final lap here tonight at Talladega for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series for round number 6. Here we go. Bruce still has the lead. Lead down on the bottom side. Here we go. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. Will he be able to jump up? No. Here comes Lucas Lyons. Lyons gets a run. Here comes Freeman. Will they jump up and block? Bruce jumps up and blocks. Lyons is going to go all the way to the top side. Now Freeman gets turned cut while Lyons goes around. He's over on his lead. Lee up here with Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson and Tristan Bruce up here in the middle of this as well. And it's going to be all she wrote with 3 of them them coming back to the line. Lee sits there with the lead. Will Johnson pull out. Bruce tries to pull out. Tiny Horse jumps to the bottom. Ryan Johnson may have a shot at the line, but it's not going to happen. Matthew Lee will win here tonight at Talladega. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson comes home second. Tristan Bruce will finish third. Brandon Broadfoot, Luke Smith, the top 5 at Talladega. That's how you finish a race here with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series.
Unreal. I mean, that perfectly sums up this entire event. Just crazy finish. 3 cars duke it out across the line. Unreal.
Oh, boy. Lucas Lyons, the one that went over on his lid, I still don't think he has actually made it back to the start-finish line.
He has disconnected. 33rd is where Lucas Lyons will finish tonight.
There you see Lucas Lyons goes over on his lid. Bray the Buff, one of them involved. Oh, me. I'll tell you what, Dean, let's back it all the way up to turn 2. And Morgan, let's get your take on this whole deal right here. Okay. All right. Okay, all right, we'll get back to the replay here in just a second because there you see Matthew Lee, who has locked himself into the playoffs for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series for Season 10, has locked himself in. Clinton Maines, Matt Lee, burning it down right here at the start-finish line. And Stage 1 winner gets it done here tonight, burns it down, started 7th, ends up winning up 6 spots, led 12 laps. Literally led 12 laps here tonight out of the 110 here tonight at Talladega. Burns it down right at the start-finish line. Matthew Lee, your winner for Catch Fence Motorsports. There you see right there, still burning it down. I mean, he's going to burn it down for quite some time right here, Morgan.
Yes, well, when you win one like that, I mean, we got turned off of someone's front bumper earlier. He's been involved in a couple accidents tonight. He earned every bit of that one.
All right, now Morgan, this is what I was talking about right here. So walk me through this whole deal right here, coming off turn 2 all the way back to the line.
All right, so you see the middle lane gets a little bit out of sorts. The 42 peak to the inside, and there's a big bobble there. 4 cars back on the bottom, then a block out front. Lyons goes to the very top. That car in the middle kind of parks it in the center there, just the way that the air worked. Nothing he could do about that. And Checkup turned the 42 into Lyons, into the outside lane. And then Lyons gets hit in the nose right here by the 29, and up and over he goes. All of a sudden, there's 5 cars trying to occupy one position, and they're wrecking up into the catch fence in turn number 3 there. Look at that. Most of the field involved, and then 3 cars squeak away. In fact, everybody behind those top 3 got a pretty good piece of that. Crazy, the finish here at Talladega.
Well, one driver that's actually said he actually chimed in out there on the live chat was Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan Cofield in the 58 saying that he went from 29th all the way up to 7th, wants us to go watch his onboard, so that ought to be interesting for Jonathan Cofield in the 58. Riding on board once again with Lucas Lyons. There you saw the block, and then Lyons tried to make it stick, and then ends up going around off of John Freeman, ends up sending him around, and then a couple of others sends it in there. Ends up getting in the lines after he was just straight up totaled right there. So let's check this out right here. Jonathan Cofield wants us to go back and look at him and see what happens right here out of all this. I mean, look where he is at, Morgan. He's all the way back. This is coming to the white flag. Cofield finishes in 7th, was at 29th at the time, and comes all the way back to finish 7th. I mean, he had to get pretty lucky right here, the Alabama native.
Yeah, this is one of those by design situations, knowing what Talladega produces. And then he's just trying to, at this situation, you're expecting them to crash to pick up some easy spots. And that's what he's doing right now, just waiting. You can see it's 3 wide up there, a big pack of colors. Probably not going to end well into turn 3. He's absolutely correct on that prediction. You can see him start to move and shake and bobble and wobble. And he's a ways away here.
Look at this right here.
Rolling, yeah, and just keep the foot in it and hope for the best.
My Lord. Go buy a lottery ticket, son. Go buy a lottery ticket.
Biblical. Unreal.
Damn, the seas literally parted right there for Jonathan Cofield. And the 58 comes back and gets it done out of 7th. But Matthew Lee ends up getting the win here tonight. We'll get your grid up for you Let you know where your favorite driver finished. Matt Lee will finish first. Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson will finish second. Tristan Bruce finishes third. We'll talk to those drivers here in just a little bit. Brandon Broadfoot gets fourth with Luke Smith coming home in fifth. Nick Sacco, Mr. Sacco in the house. He finishes sixth with Jonathan Cofield after that, like Morgan Cook said, that biblical deal right there, the seas parting. Cofield ends up coming home seventh. Jeff Mark, after everything tonight, comes home in eighth. MDW Matthew David Wood comes home ninth. Chris Blanchard rounds out the top 10.
And look at the gap. 10 seconds behind the leader from that accident. Crazy stuff here for 11th. Thomas Chowick. Got Chu in 12th. Hagen in 13th. Bradley 14th. Justin White comes home in the 15th spot. James Beard, didn't talk about him all night. 16th position for him. Matthew Cummins in 17th. And Dustin Scruggs in the 18th spot here. We got 19th, we Mike Kostick, and 20th, John Freeman rounds out your top 20 here tonight.
Then Dylan Cardenas finishes 21st, your Martinsville winner from last week. Matt Cherry will finish 22nd. Robbie Richards 23rd. Stephen Thomas will finish in the 24th spot. Last season's champion Jordan Durasic will end up finishing in the 25th spot. Joshua Suss, who was up at the front for a little bit, he ends up finishing 26th. With Brandon Bubb finishing in 27th, Adam Newton 28th, Devin Pater 29th, and Holden Miguel finishes 30th.
In the 31st position here this evening, Keith Haney, Lucas Lyons 32nd after being up in the top 5 on the final lap. Raul Meza 33rd here tonight. Isaac Bevan is going to finish 34th. Kevin Edwards 35th. 36th will be Wigginton. 37th Zimmerman, and then 38th Joshua Rodriguez, who's up at the front for a lot of this race. Kyle Hess 39th. Brandon New in the 40th position.
Mark Morton, Ed Osborne, Buzzy Mongold, Shane Trotter, and Cody Knight. The 45 drivers that started here tonight. TJ Moore was your race director. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, round up those podium finishers. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, folks, we're back here at Talladega. Matt Lee ends up getting it done here tonight. We're standing by with him right here. Matthew Lee, buddy, congratulations on the win here tonight at Talladega. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was an eventful one. That's for sure. Come from the back 3 times and, managed to get it done. Tristan, me stuck together there at the end, and it worked out for us.
Morgan, you got anything for Lee?
I mean, you mentioned going from the back to the front 3 times here tonight. Was there any point in this race you thought, man, this is just not going to be my day today? And you thought about maybe just hanging out where you were? Or was it always, I know I can get there. I know I can win this thing. What's the mindset like?
Nah, hell no. We threw it on the dash right from the lap 1 and, drive the wheels off it. We're coming up through there either way. I was pretty confident each time that we're going to get back there and, just stayed out of trouble, made my way up through, made a couple risky moves coming up through the middle where I don't think guys were quite expecting it, but, that's, sometimes you leave a hole open that big, it's inviting to not take it.
Well, I say this. It doesn't matter at this point because Matthew Lee ends up getting the win here tonight at Talladega, locks himself into the playoffs, Matt. congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, I just got to shout out Tristan there. We stuck together at the end. We were determined to stay together. I mean, it was our best shot. Blanchard's towing. You guys put on the broadcast, Brady and all the guys at Nazareth for putting on the league. A lot of fun.
Short and sweet. We love it, baby. Matthew Lee gets the win here tonight. Buddy, appreciate your time. And we'll see you at the Bull Ring they call Bristol, the last great Coliseum. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it, brother.
That was Matthew Lee. Now we'll go to our second place finisher. Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson, started 33rd all the way back in the back, Salem, Wisconsin. Gets it done, finishes second here tonight. Ryan, tell us about your race, bud.
Oh, man, it was an eventful one.
Sound like Keith Bradley.
Yeah, luckily, multiple times we were able to find ourselves up front. There's a lot of really fun, kind of wild racing up front. I mean, we were like 3 and 4 wide. I don't know how many times. We had to come from the back, just trying to be patient with it, but at the same time, getting down towards the end there, it's like you want to be up front because, well, we saw what happened at the end there, and just trying to avoid those wrecks. Man, I'm just glad to walk away with a second. Let's move on.
Morgan, you got anything?
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy race for you. You did find yourself up at the front for most of this race, and just tell us a little bit about how different it is racing up at the front of the field versus in the back or the middle of the field here at Talladega.
Well, it depends on what stage of the race you're at. Because, man, when people get like 3 wide, it seems like no holes open up and everyone's just kind of stalemate and you're stuck where you are. But that's where these restarts make it real interesting because people can push and you ain't gotta cool the truck off at all, and you can just push until the end and try and figure out what the fastest lane is and trying to get around people work together. But towards the front, normally it's a little calmer, but I feel like tonight it was probably just as chaotic in the back, if not more. But it seemed most people were able to hold on to it for the most part. I mean, everyone has their days and people make mistakes, but yeah, we got second, so I'm happy. Normally I have the worst luck at plate tracks, so I'll take second.
Takes second all day long. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson gets it done. Finishes second, Salem, Wisconsin zone. Ryan, congratulations on that. Appreciate your time. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, Josh and Blue Lights Racing, my teammates, our sponsors, Merce Magical Creations, Concerns of Police Survivors, Starbase 1552 Comics, Florida Cabinet Distributors for being on my truck as well this season, Cofield Asphalt, Cofield Supply. Yeah, them guys are hanging out with us too normally. So Cofield and can't remember the other guy's name. I don't think he was here tonight, but yeah, man, all you guys for broadcasting, Brady and everybody at Nazareth, all the admins putting this on, and all the drivers tonight. They didn't hit me too much, so.
Tiny Horse just happy he comes out of this with a second place finish. Hey, that happens sometimes when you come to these super speedways. Ryan, appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you at Bristol next week.
Appreciate it, buddy.
That was Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. Now we'll go to your third place finisher, Mr. Tristan Bruce over with Catch Fence Motorsports. Got a 1 and a 3 out of the team. Tristan, we talked to you earlier on and everything else, but I mean, tell us about your race. Tell us about that finish right there. With you and Lee and Lyons and all of y'all up there at the front.
Yeah, very proud to get Matthew the win and me in third. Those last few restarts, me and Matt were strictly working together. Me and him, just we knew one of us was going to get the win tonight. Who knows if I would have not jumped to the middle on the last lap and stayed in front of Matt, what would have happened? But I just think we were doing what was right to get a team victory, to block any other lanes and just having the 2 catch fence guys up front on the last lap. So that was that. But no, it was a very good race. I finished 5th, third in the stages, so great points night for me. Yeah, I mean, it was a good race all around, I thought.
Yeah, you were one of those few drivers who were able to stay up at the front really the whole race. I don't think you ever really left the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So what did it take to stay up there the whole time where you saw drivers, like our winner Matt Lee, go all the way to the back a couple times and then come back up to the front. How'd you stay up at the front tonight?
Yeah, just having the mentality to be up there and just knowing what to do and the right things, when to do it and whatnot. Yeah, I was up front for top 10 most of the night. I did. My teammate Ed Osborne, he had connection issues and he blinked out. We were just coming out of the pits and he didn't have control of his truck. His truck went on, did its own thing, and he ran into the back of me. So I did have to pit once for little less than a minute for damage. So I came back from about 35th at one point, but other than that, stayed up front all night, just did what I needed to, and I really enjoy this.
Tristan Bruce comes home third here tonight. 1-3 finish for Catch Fence Motorsports. Tristan, appreciate your time. Congratulations on the finish. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I need to thank Charlotte Fence Builders sponsoring me. They've been with me for a few years with my real racing and hopped on to help me out with entry fees on iRacing. So really thankful to them, Miss Jennifer. If any of you watching need a fence around your business or property or whatnot, just give a call to 704-48-FENCE. Talk to Miss Jennifer. Tell her Tristan sent you for a discount for a nice fence around your property. But just thank you guys up in the broadcast for doing a great job every week. Thank Brady with everything he does with NASRA and everyone involved. And of course, all of my family watching. Had a bunch of them tonight, as always. So we'll get back at it next Friday.
And for that telephone number, no prank calls. No prank calls at all. Make it real. If you got a call, have a reason. Tristan Bruce, buddy, appreciate your time. Congratulations on a third place finish. We'll see you at Bristol.
Thank you, guys.
That was Tristan Bruce. And, folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast. Morgan, final thoughts, buddy. Happy to have you up here in the booth with me. Final thoughts on a very eventful that we've been hearing Talladega here tonight.
What a way to end a hiatus. This was definitely one to come back to broadcasting for. What a great race from top to bottom, start to finish. Excitement, so much beef. Excited for next week.
Absolutely. Dean, you got anything, buddy?
No, negative. I think you've all covered it. It's been a cracker of a race. Cracker. Got there.
All righty. Well, perfect, I guess. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast here at Talladega. I mean, I talked about it before, folks. I love this place. I mean, I absolutely love this place. It always puts on a hell of a show. It's always fun to watch races here, to race here, however you want to look at it. Awesome stuff right here. Saw Matt Lee get a win, locks himself into the playoffs. He's going to be in a good spot. You ain't got to worry about nothing the rest of the season, but we'll see what happens throughout the season, see how some of this beef pops off, especially when we go to Bristol next week. Want to thank all of the sponsors. Obviously Concerns of Police Survivors for everything that they do. DSR Electric for the title sponsor of this, and also on Mondays, Blanchard's Towing for everything that they do. Points Poppers, Serve Pro. I mean, the list just goes on. Premier Racing Setups, TLC, all the sponsors. Shout out to the drivers and the fans for everything that y'all do. And obviously Brady Buff, Cody Knott, President and Vice President of NASRA for allowing us to do our things here on a beautiful Friday night and entertain you folks. For the Australian Dean Hopton Bengals, and also for Morgan Cook on the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves said, as always, say be safe, be kind, be fast. And folks, if you thought we had beef tonight, get ready for next week. Bristol, baby! Getting ready for it. It's going to be a good one. Last great Coliseum, short track style, Tennessee style, Southern style. You don't want to miss it. Next Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Have a good evening. We'll see you there.